Now.
Hi, Terry. Oh my God! So how were people listening to me on IG all the time?
They weren't.
Yes,
Well,
they
yeah,
were.
no, they listen to you over there.
Oh, they were listening
This is
to me.
YouTube and Facebook. Hello, YouTube and
Okay,
Facebook.
all right. Yeah, because I'm like, this is a whole world of a difference here.
You were liking it? You were liking it? Listening to yourself?
No, I like it now because now I hear something. How is everyone doing this beautiful, cold, wet, snowy? Well, it was sunny here, but it was really cold.
It was not really cold. Stop.
I wouldn't know. I was inside, but allegedly it was cold.
You need to get out your room.
It was allegedly cold. Today I was in my room because I take my day to Sundays are detox day and to just
fairy tales and lies.
Yeah, I read. I do a lot of my reading on Sundays and I just relax. It's all right. Don't judge me. All right? Don't judge me.
Whatever.
Don't judge me.
Anyway, good evening, Facebook. Good evening, YouTube.
So super
Good evening,
producer,
aliens.
super mega producer got a gift for you.
For me?
Yeah, for you, and you're gonna love it. And it's not even your birthday.
You saw it already?
Of course. Of course.
You shouldn't show her shit, bro.
And it's not even your birthday.
She gets more excited than I do about
I do. You know what? Because
Is this like a 40 ounce?
Just because
It's a brown paper bag.
Oh, hello. It would have been bigger. Hello. No. Yeah. What's that?
Ooh.
What is that?
It's something that can blow.
Oh, like, what is that?
I can blow.
It's not New York cold. Yes, you're correct, Arsan. It isn't New York cold. And I said it to my dad when his first winter here. What is that? Isn't that so cute?
Oh my God.
Isn't that cute? You gotta zoom it in so everybody can see it. So what is it?
that.
Tell us what it is.
You want me to demonstrate?
If you want to demonstrate, you can demonstrate.
So
it's not a suction so that you can get your lips really swollen because women do that.
It's like practice?
You can practice.
Okay.
You can practice.
This is a pipe.
That is super dope. I love
This is a pipe.
Limited edition.
Mwah.
Ay, bendito, qué lindo.
Qué
Qué bonito.
Qué bonito se nene. Ay. Wait, he's gotta go. Like
Super mega producer saw him and he was like, "Yo, he was like, I had to pick it up for him." And I was like, he's gonna love that.
420. Muchas gracias. Yes, I like that.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's my Valentine's
Two
Day.
more days. What's today? 30th?
2 more days for what?
For February 1st. I know. February 1st is Tuesday.
He got me my Valentine's Day gift.
Already? Damn, he didn't even get me anything. No. So we're gonna start off. I want to start off. We see here we have our love, laugh, and live sign. That's from Little Imperfections. She's on Facebook as well as IG. Thank you, Little Imperfections, for our sign and this is our logo, our motto that we
See, look, they're complaining. The sock show has been lacking.
All right.
See?
Do you have
Absolutely.
your stock game going
Yeah,
on
I got it.
today?
Who, you vibrating again?
I'm vibrating again. Yo no sé qué me está buscando.
I got my little Scully Foo Fighters hat on, in appreciation to my New Yorkers, it sucks to be then I got nice, look, pay attention.
No me grite.
Look.
I'm trying to.
Look at that.
Oh, who's that?
That's Iron Man.
That's the Hulk. That's Captain America. Pick him
Look,
up.
look.
You like it? Your feet don't stink.
I told you, it's sexy, bro. Look at this shit. Look at that. Got Iron Man. Speaking of Iron Man.
Oh, okay. So one of our audience members is texting me to just remind me that we're on during a football game and they'll catch us later. We do apologize about that, but
ain't no San Francisco and Los Angeles Rams fans out here. Get out of here. The Kansas City game and
they're gonna catch you later. You can listen. Here's what I always say. You know what you can do? Menage a trois. Just do it both. Watch the game. Watch the live.
You can't. Right? Yeah, you don't have to listen to the game. Yeah. Half the time, we're not listening to the game.
Yeah, we always engage on Sunday footballs. We do Sunday
like
footballs. I said footballs. Balls.
Of course, because you have to.
Can you scroll up? Who's on Facebook tonight? No one's saying. No one's
saying anything.
It's really quiet on Facebook. Miss Thing is on. Hey, Miss Thing. Green Eyes is on. Thank you for joining us. They're on IG. Thank you for joining us.
You're gonna see all the couples. The wives will be on, and the men will be watching football.
Correct. They will be watching football.
Well, you got two men here who aren't watching football.
I know, but because you guys said, oh, they're still texting me.
Ay, Dios.
Hey, bendito. No, it's okay. I'll ignore it. So we kind of did a switcheroo at the last minute, and I told Nelson, I think we should switch it up because last week we did get into, I think we got into the topic of love really deep, and maybe we'll leave it for maybe the week of
It just has so many.
Valentine's Day.
It has so many branches. That's what.
Yeah. So we decided, and this was really like on the cusp of the show going live, to switch it up to drama.
Yeah, that was your suggestion, not mine.
And specifically, why do people crave drama and negativity?
But how was your week before you just getting into the drama?
I'm not getting into the drama yet. It's not about drama. It's just.
Okay, you don't gotta explain Wusa. Like you sound you a little...
You saged me. You didn't sage tonight.
Yes, I did. I was right in front of you, bro. Where were you?
I was probably arranging my stuff.
No, I arranged your stuff.
I was arranging my stuff. My stuff wasn't.
That's arranged. That's what you call arranged.
Leave me in my chaos alone.
Okay.
You're judging me. You're judging me.
You're organized chaos.
You're judging me. I can jump on Facebook if you want. No. You can stay on IG. You can stay on IG.
Yo tengo calor.
Wherever you feel. Mira, tengo el abanico. Wherever you feel more comfortable. You can stay there. What are you gonna drink? Oh, water. Water. I forgot we have a refrigerator here, and there's been times that I've gone downstairs to get water when it's just right there.
That's a you problem.
It is a me problem.
Because you know.
You know what it is? That things miraculously show up in my house, and I forget that they're here. Thanks to you. So no, my week was good. I had a good week. I was, working. I just worked, slammed at work. Nina had senior night here in Florida. That was super amazing.
Let's talk about why in New York they don't do that shit. They don't it's sad.
Well, first of all, for those
New York City
who don't know what senior night is, and I myself personally, when I was up north, I did not experience a senior night. My son at one point was a senior in New York, but so senior night is
you are doing other things for seniors.
What was I doing?
I don't know. You didn't do senior night because why?
They didn't have senior night.
Okay.
New York didn't have senior night.
Your school didn't. And most New York City schools don't have that.
Right. So
we're trash.
Senior night here in Florida is a
bro.
big deal, and they start recognizing seniors at the beginning of the year. They have them do a walkout with T-shirts. Hi primo, how are you, David? So they have them first walk out. And throughout the course of the year, they do several events. But the big event is senior night, and the underclass members.
Lower class is us.
Yeah, they make a big deal about the seniors, and they give them gifts, and they recognize them, especially if you're an athlete. They also recognize you. So Nina's senior night was on Friday. And they introduce the seniors with their parents and let them, they say a little thing about what they have planned for their future and who they want to thank. So that was pretty cool. Sasha, my daughter had senior night up north. I want to know up north where.
She's in college though.
Well, no, she just said. I'm guesstimating that she means high school. Hi Trina, how are you? Hope all is well.
Hola, comadre.
Good evening. So yeah, that's basically, my week. I just worked and
slave to the man.
Yeah. I've been watching Billions. I am addicted.
I
am addicted to Axelrod.
Is the best.
I want to be him.
Axelrod.
It's not Axel?
It is Axel.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but his friends call him Axelrod.
My man got my back. You see that?
But Axelrod.
It's not Axelrod. It's
his
Axelrod.
Friends call him Axelrod.
Well, I call him Axelrod.
You got a crush on him?
I absolutely do.
You have to watch Homeland.
Listen, I told Ben, Ben and I are watching it together, so I can't watch it without him. And I literally wanted to binge watch it yesterday, and he was like, no, you're not.
What happens if you watch it without him? What are the consequences?
That's the wrath. I am punished.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's the rule. The rule of thumb is there are certain shows that we cannot watch.
No more cookie for you?
Is it a cookie?
Yeah.
Is it a cookie? It's the wafer cookie. It's not just a cookie.
No more salchichas.
No
for you.
more
That's a
salchichas.
salchicha, that's for you.
No more salchichas. But
I be.
yeah, it was a good week. How was your week?
It went well. Went through a lot of I guess process with a lot of coaching gigs that I'm been offered. So I'm just weighing my options. I became Iron Man this week.
Oh, with your heart
My
monitor.
heart monitor. If you guys saw my picture, so I have I'll show. Look,
You just want to show your chest, Papa. That's what you want to do.
I'm Iron Man.
It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool one.
And I gotta carry another phone with me that tells me all my
And
vitals.
if you showed it off, you might as well tell everyone why you have it, because
Oh,
at the end of the day,
for those that do not recall one of our episodes that Missy Fu here decided to just say, well, in complete transparency, and just freaking shouted the whole story out. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Sure, super mega producer. Look at that. Skills. Skills. So yeah, I have had I'm gonna call them 4 because I had 2 episodes. I fainted once, no explanation. Then I had a second episode that I did the trifecta,
yeah.
you know, and I had 2 onslaught kind of episodes that never actually materialized. I've been good so far.
Mm-hmm.
So far so good. There might be an indication of reason why. But I'm getting further tests done, and we'll see what happens. But I'm good to go. I just might beat through metal detectors and shit like that. So TSA. I can't fly. I'm on the flow 9 this now. All that shit.
And these are the things that unfortunately they occur to us as we age, right?
Cuando
And,
uno se pone viejo.
no, but 51. Honestly, 50. Excuse me, 50 is
Wait,
not.
who's 51?
You're going to be 51.
Slow down. Slow the
Did
fuck
you not
down.
hear
Slow down.
that?
Slow down like my metabolism is doing. Okay, slow down.
Did you not hear when I said 51 and then I reverted back to 50?
Yeah,
You didn't let me finish.
Yeah, you didn't, because you saw me coming at you like.
You know what it is? I'm looking forward to your 51st. And I'm looking forward to your 51st because your 50th was supposed to be one way. And unfortunately, I'm going to call it cock blocked. Pussy blocked. Whatever you want to call it. And it didn't happen that way. So,
I mean, the way I wanted to do my 50, even though I did enjoy my 50 very well, but like your 50th is a magnanimous event. Unfortunately, COVID just didn't really allow anything to really be
it
done.
wasn't COVID.
It's COVID. Well,
No,
part of it was
You're
COVID.
being really nice, but it wasn't
I'm
COVID.
always nice. I'm
Yeah,
kind.
I'm always
kind.
nice too, but
I'm very appreciative.
I'm a witch at times.
I be hang.
But in any event,
That's why we're gonna talk about this topic.
No, that's not why. It's not even that. I was just thinking again. We went really deep in with relationships, and
Yeah, we can touch further on the
Yeah,
branches later
so-
on. And
so
this is our happy 10th episode of Aces Up.
excuse me, I'm here. Excuse me, I'm here.
I want my fans. I'm just saying.
Yeah, 10th episode. And I'm very proud of us. We settled. We said we are gonna embark on this, and we've been doing it. We don't give a shit about what anybody has to say as far as negativity and just bringing us down. So that's good, and thank you to all of our supporters. We really appreciate it. You take time out of your day, your evening to be here with us, to chime in and to share with us and to be transparent. So we appreciate, you all, because without you all, it's not that we can't do it. We can do it, but you make it all the better. So kudos to you
Absolutely.
for giving us your
See,
time.
Sonia, look. 'Cause
Hi, Komai.
we were all supposed to, I don't know, you don't like the word, but our retard teetards, our group, we were supposed to,
have
we
to
all
change
turned
that.
50. We all turned 50.
Yeah.
And we were going to go away. Sony's the baby.
Okay.
So we were going to go all the way in December. And,
Okay.
It just didn't really materialize.
All right. So
It's still on the bucket list. Sony's still on
could
the
join
bucket
us.
list.
Then Sony could join us. Hopefully, we can all get together and
Hopefully
celebrate.
Sony will be down
We
here
can
soon
celebrate
enough.
50.
Oh.
50s. It doesn't matter whether you're 51, 52, 53, 54, whatever.
I'm going to celebrate
If
my
you're in your
50th
50s,
for the
you
next
could join
25
us.
years.
If you're in your
You
50s,
can go.
Yeah, you're not in your 50s, papi.
Wow.
You're not in your 50s.
Remember?
You gotta sit this
Remember,
one
we
out.
spoke about this yesterday. She grabbed you in elementary school.
You gotta sit this one out, Papa. I'm sorry.
That was rape, molestation, all types of
Unless
activity.
the majority rules. If the majority says people under 50 can go, then yes. Otherwise, under 50.
Oh.
I said people 50. So 50 to 59.
Oh.
If you're not within 50 to 59,
Unless you're a significant other.
or unless your birthday,
Why are there gotta be restrictions? Why are you ostracizing?
Boundaries.
Why are you ostracizing
Boundaries.
people because of a number?
Listen, boundaries.
Wow, that's real petty.
Boundaries.
Colombia.
Colombia. Yeah, Colombia.
Look at her face.
Yeah, Colombia. I'm bringing my youngin.
Yeah,
No,
she's got.
everyone
She's,
can
she's in the same boat you
Yeah,
are.
no, everyone can bring their significant other, their side piece, whoever you want.
Side
make,
piece, wow.
Just make it known who they are, so you don't.
Bring your trio, so yeah,
Do whatever you wanna do.
no toes get stepped on.
That side piece.
I'm gonna bring my side arm.
Baby, you know you're my side piece, you my boo, you everything, puppy. You know that. I look at him sometimes and I be like, yo, what's your name? Talk to me, Papa. What's up? Let's go. I'm gonna take you home. That role play is good. Role play is good.
You're disgusting, I swear. No hay respeto aquí, oye, coño.
Yeah.
I have a question. Oh, I have more of a request. So we have to, with Boricua Papi TikTok, right?
Man, we're here. I was about to
Yeah,
say Boricua Papi on TikTok. It's Boricua_Papi.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. Boricua Papi _Ponce on TikTok.
If
That's
you
my
need-
dad.
If you need to
Follow
find
him.
them, we've posted it on Aces Up on TikTok, on her personal TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's all over. It's all on our IG. It's on our Facebook. So you can find them. It's hilarious. So I had a couple of people hit me up and said, "Yo, I want to laugh too. Can you translate?" So I said, "We got you. So we gotta be by."
Yeah, man. It's funny because I had a TikTok account. Been having a TikTok account since 2019. And the first video that I put of my dad, Boricua Papi Ponce, it was just like, you know those skits, you put the music on and the person starts dancing, but they don't know you're recording them. So I put that up. And I left it up there for a very long time. That was the only thing I put up until January 9th, I
And
want
what
to say.
have I been telling you all along?
To put him, you gotta get him up. Get him up.
YouTube,
So then I
TikTok.
put up Ben's video with his balls, right? Because
That was a classic
I put
statement.
that
That's a
one up.
quote. We're gonna get that on a shirt.
yeah. And then on January 9th, I said, you know what? I told my dad, I said, Papi, yo te voy a hacer TikTok famous. And he was like, whatever. But since January 9th to now, okay, so it's less than a month, he has 9,874 followers as of this moment. And people are loving him.
He has one video that has 350K.
Yeah, he has one video that has
350K.
350K. And he's getting requests for people to, give him shout outs and stuff like that. So we will be going live on TikTok. And we also have my son who came out with his podcast this week. It is the current gen. And you could catch them on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
So
We're coming there soon.
We're all in the family. We're all doing things. You know what? I this is what I keep saying over and over and over. If there's something that you want to do it. Don't be shy. We also have Super Mega Producer. I apologize. I'm getting dirty looks here.
Wait,
Baby.
you always have to be last. Because,
Okay.
Yeah, okay? There you go. You
Look.
always got to be last,
We
brother.
got Super Mega Producer. He's a music producer. He's also a rapper. He is also a barber. He is also an IT. What else are you? The CEO. He is just everything.
And what is it with and you were what? And you're going to be the last man with balls.
You're the last man with
With
balls.
He's gonna be the last man
So when
with
you're ready to
balls.
eat carne, now my man's balls because. But no, so we're doing big things, and you know what? This is what, one of the good things that I can say that a lot of individuals have done during the course of COVID, and that is look deep within to what they want to do and invest in their projects, in their talent. And just brought it out into the world. So, keep doing your thing. Anybody that has a small business, keep doing your thing. If anybody in Florida needs help creating an LLC, I will be more than happy to assist you. Don't bombard me, but I'll be more than happy to assist. You know also a LLC.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you could do an LLC. We have to do your LLC. Ben already has his LLC. If you don't know what an LLC is, it's a limited liability.
I have an S corp.
Ooh.
But I need an LLC.
So that's more.
LLC's
That's more
next.
for taxes. You just don't want LLC is more for when they're gonna come after you. Let them come after
I don't
your
want
company.
no one coming. I don't
no
want the
personal
IRS.
liability.
I don't want no one coming
Yeah.
after me.
No personal liability. No personal liability. Oh, and I meant to say this also. In the beginning, I told Nelson I wanted to keep what I do out of the public's eye because of the simple fact that I didn't want to just become a tool. But we have resources. I have resources. And my resources.
You gonna finally tell the truth?
If-
You're back at the poll?
I have to. I gotta make some money somehow.
You are
What do
also
you
a
think?
pimp.
You think that, you think Gorditas don't got it, that they can't
Oh,
see
I
our
never said
poll?
that. That's what I said.
Shit.
I'll
No.
pay to see that.
So, and this is something that I'm going to put out there simply because of the fact that I am in a unit I work for a law firm. I've been working for the same law firm now in Florida for 8 years. And I am in the area of consumer debt. And it is comprised of representing defendants. So not on the plaintiff side, but representing defendants in with regard to credit card debt, odor deficiencies, foreclosures, and all other
Right,
bunch of-
all those terminologies roll off your tongue.
they do because it's
Holy.
what I love to do.
Holy
But one of
crap.
the things that we have in my unit, which is very good for anyone who is seeking to buy a home here in Florida, we have home buyers, first-time home buyers courses. You get your certificate, which is it is good for 2 years. You take that certificate to your lender and you get some reductions. So if you're interested in that, just DM our page either on IG or Facebook,
Aces
and
up.
and there are a lot of things. There's one day that I will seek permission to be able to discuss debt collections, your rights, and also income and assets that are exempt from collections after a final judgment has been issued. But that's a whole nother
You hear
day.
this
another
terminology,
topic.
bro? Like, holy shit, that's sexy, bro. I was like, wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, I'll be bringing that all to you guys. It's not that I wanted to be selfish, but it's an area of. We also have in the housing counseling unit. We have budget counseling. We just have a slew of resources, and I have a slew of resources as well. I can assist, and there's some people that can attest to that out there. I can assist with enhanced life and state deeds. There's just a lot. It's a world of knowledge that I have that everyday people need. So definitely, I will be holding a podcast just dedicated to that and giving you all some insights.
I
and,
won't be saying
some
much on that
tools.
podcast. Just to
You
let
will.
know.
You will. You will.
I always got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I was told recently I talk a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, you do talk a lot.
I do talk a lot.
But I mean, I think talking, and here's the thing. I don't think it's talking.
Right.
It's communicating, right? For example, Friday night. What do we do Friday night as opposed to sit in front of the TV? After senior night, we sat at the table and we all just laughed, and it was myself, mega producer, my dad, my mom, and our friends, the Casas. Shout out to the Casas. We need to talk. I will be implementando here in Vieques. I got you, cuz. Hi, Yvette. How are you? TV. Glenda's in the house also. Thank you for joining us. We have Trouble Rivera also on IG. So, yeah, I think it's not that you talk a lot. It's just that we bounce back. So we can be here all day and it'd be like chaka 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 chaka, and it's cool. It is, in my opinion, it's the best thing ever because
If you're the smartest person in the room, you better find another room. I'm just letting you know, because I want to be the dumbest one in the room all the time.
we all have ideas. I know myself, I love information. How many times we can be in a room and I'm just like, oh my God, look what happened. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God,
Yeah,
look at
because
this.
tú eres
research.
presentar.
Or I'll read to you. The other day I was reading to you.
Yeah, you
right?
were, and I fell asleep.
No, you didn't fall asleep.
Yes, it
It
was.
wasn't there. It was downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
What the
that
hell
day
did-
it was here, but
What the fuck did you read to me?
I was reading Gaslighting.
Oh, because we
Gaslighting.
were talking about what the definition is.
I'm
Right,
reading a
right,
book
right,
about
right.
gaslighting because, in all honesty,
That's gonna be
was
in the
never
podcast.
familiarized with that term. So
Let me write it down.
again, I'm all about research. I'm all about knowledge and expanding my knowledge in things that I don't know. So I went and I purchased a book regarding gaslighting. And interestingly enough, the word gaslighting is exactly it started in 1940, and it was as a result of a couple. They lived in an apartment, and
Don't you want to
there
leave
were
that
issues-
information for the podcast?
No, there were issues with the gas lights,
I got no.
and they would flicker. They would flicker, and the husband, unfortunately, ignored it and made it. Every time the wife would tell him, "Listen, the gas lights. You need to fix the gas lights." He would say, "There's no problem with the gas lights," making her think that she was going crazy. So that's where it stemmed, and there's more to it. So
I
it's
gotta
pretty
try that
interesting.
shit.
It was really interesting, yeah.
I'll definitely try that next time. This is why you crazy.
But
Damn lights flickering. Ain't no lights flickering.
there ain't no lights.
Ain't
but the
no
lights were
lights flickering.
But
No.
the lights were flickering.
You're
Yeah.
imagining.
And after some time, she said she felt crazy. So that's where the term developed. That's where it was, which is interesting again because there's two terms honestly that I'm not really full blown knowledgeable in, and that one was gaslighting, and the other one was narcissist. Just recently, those two terms have been flying all over the place. So again, it's all about.
But everybody's using
research.
that word, and I actually read up on it. You have to, medically, if you are a narcissist, you have to actually check 10 boxes to be classified as a narcissist. There's
10 boxes.
Yeah, there's 10 elements to being a narcissist to be declared actual narcissist. Full blown.
Medically.
You could be a partial narcissist.
Okay. Yvette said big words turn me on. I know, boo. I know. No, hey Rose 76, how are you? So, we're gonna hit tonight's topic.
Hit it.
Okay, we're gonna hit tonight's topic, and
Hit it hard.
I'm gonna start this topic off like this. And then this is not only for you now, but this is also for
Yeah,
our
we
audience.
did it. By the way, we did a switcheroo. You saw the post. It was about love, in love.
La
and,
Chama.
we said,
How are you, mommy? La Chama, Julie, welcome. Just Peachy, welcome.
we did a reverse.
Yeah, so tonight's topic originally was supposed to be the difference between love and being in love. However, we're going to hit on drama.
Oh, we need that Jamaican. We
and-
rewind. We rewind.
And we switched. I asked Nelson, let's switch it up, because again we talked about love last week, and the reason why I asked that is because over the past 2 years, I want to say, we've been in this whole COVID pandemic. So the question that I have regarding COVID is, if there's one thing that you've learned over the last 2 years with regard to COVID, your family and your friends, what is that?
You're asking me?
I'm asking you, and I'm asking our audience. You're my audience. You're part of the audience. Hello.
Can you repeat the question?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, you not listening to me?
It's not Jeopardy.
What the hell? Word. Yo, word. You just lost a whole lot of money, Papa. I ain't taking you on the show.
Can I get a lifeline?
Over the last 2 years, over the last two and a half
Right.
years, throughout the COVID pandemic, if there's
Yeah.
one thing that you have learned, what is that one thing? Yes, David, people can call the show. We do have a number. Where's that number?
has it.
Super
Super
Mega
Mega
Producer,
Producer got it.
can you pop out the number, Papa? Dame el número, Papa, please. Thank you. I love you. No.
He takes care
Where's
of
your
that.
Google number?
He got it.
My bad.
Leave Superman. He got it.
No me griten y no me hables así. It is on Facebook. It is. It's
Oh
my
yeah,
primo.
just DM
It's- What is it? Who does he have to be? DM the show.
Ben Malave.
You have to DM Benjamin Malave on Facebook, and he will give you. Excuse me. He will give you the call-in number so you could call in. Okay. And Prima, I would love to hear your voice. I miss you so much.
Bender one on IG.
And I'm gonna go to Vieques
BENDA.
soon. I'm gonna go to Vieques. I'll hit up Glenda first. You like that, right? Glenda, I'm gonna hit you up first, and then Primo, I will meet up with you. I want to hit up Glenda because she's gorgeous. But Primo, I'll hook up with you.
Hot mess.
So no, if there's one thing that you have learned throughout this COVID pandemic, what is that?
Well,
With
I'm
regard to family and with regard to
friends and
friends
family.
and family. Mm-hmm.
I would have to say, unfortunately, and what I've seen is many people that you regarded as family and friends, and I mean, family doesn't have to be blood. There's plenty of family that's not blood. But what I've realized that most people look out for themselves in regards to this. They never really looked at helping others. I think people distance themselves. People just didn't have the genuine care. Like when things were, as they say, rough times will reveal who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And there isn't much of a tougher time than we've had in the last couple of years. And so, people have been showing their true colors more than not, being exposed as posers, as fakes. And I saw that a lot.
But if there's one thing that you would take away, and let's just say in a positive outlook, I just want to just shout out Harmonious Healing is on with us tonight. As La Chama says, she was first forced to learn to cook. Oh, I love it. So no, yeah, and the reason why I asked that question is because again, I'm a deep person, very, very deep person. And I have my little journal here. It's Simply Grateful. And on Saturday, I wrote an entry. And the journal gives you it tells you today I'm grateful for. So I put growth, change, and forgiveness. And I'm showing it to show that I'm actually, it's written. And I will put this up at some point on my page. But
Yeah, you've
I
been
put...
slacking.
In my thoughts, I opened my eyes and saw all the things that broke me into a million pieces. I had a choice, remain broken or take the steps to put myself back together, not just for me, but also for those around me. I looked around me, saw misery, saw darkness. I had a choice, remain under the spell of the gloom, or work towards enlightening my surroundings, not just for me, but for those around me. When I decided to change, those around me also changed. Life changed. My purpose for changing was not to be happy, it was to be at peace, to not live angry, to no longer be sad. So I let things go, gave full control to my higher power, God. As difficult and painful as it was, I made it through some of the most difficult days and moved towards and vowed to always remain positive. I can't even read my own handwriting. Isn't that
I've
wild?
been telling you for
It's just
years,
my handwriting is so
bro.
cursive.
You can't
And vowed,
understand that shit.
and vowed to always remain positive, see the good in all things evil, choose which roads to cross and which roads to close. I stand today no longer in pieces, no longer surviving, but living. I stand today continuing to do the hard work necessary to change, not just for me, but for those around me. I remain positive. I create strength and peace from dark places, not just for me, but for those around me. And here's the thing, COVID has been very, very dark. In my opinion, it's been extremely dark. And one of the things that I can say that I've taken away from COVID is that we can't live that way. We can't live with so much anger, with so much, and I just say we, but everybody can live however they want to live. I'm just putting that out there. But, with so many losses of lives, with so many scares, with so much drama and anger that we witness every day through the media, why continue to live with drama? Why continue to live with negativity? It's like, people, there are some people that thrive for that. They thrive.
Misery
But
loves
here
company.
on one spectrum, they're like, I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm going to let it go. But then in an instant, they're just like fuck this, fuck that, and they continue, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
You
oh
can't
my
be
God.
you can't be grateful and angry. You just
Right.
can't. You can't be. You can't. Those are polar opposites. You can't be in the same. You can't be in two states at one time. It's an impossibility that you can't do that.
Right. You know, hi JR, how are you, Mama? Hi sis. So you know, it's just like, at what point do we as humans decide? You know, we're all going to always go through something.
There's
Right?
changes
And that something is always going to attempt to knock us down and to revert us into someone that we are not. Right? But at what point are we going to realize that this life is really, really precious? And this is all we have.
Most people don't realize that. Most people go with along their lives, just walking the path, and nothing ever changes. They'll get angry. The people hold grudges, and it just that you know how much energy it takes to be angry or to hold a grudge or anything that's negative. It just takes so much out of you, and people actually don't think they realize it. But then I think it's like a drug.
Mm-hmm.
So they get accustomed to that adrenaline rush that they get for being angry and spiteful and all these things. So it becomes like this adrenaline rush to people. And some people have to constantly live in that chaos to have some type of happiness in a weird way. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just that's all they know, because a lot of people grow up angry because they grew up in an angry environment. And that's all they know. So when compassion or kindness comes their way, they don't know how to handle it. And, you know, everybody reverts to what they're comfortable with.
This week I had a conversation with my sister, and I straight up told my sister, if I pass away and you're here on this earth, and somebody comes to my casket and they start crying, or they tell you, I am so sorry that I never got to say anything to her and I apologize, I told her, you better fucking tell that person to get the fuck out of my funeral. Word to the mother. At the end of the day, I don't, and I put it up. We're having a wake, and I put it up on Facebook because I saw a post, and the post was like, you know, we should celebrate birthdays while we're alive. No, we should just celebrate people.
No, that wasn't the complete.
Was it alive?
No. It was like we should celebrate birthdays like we celebrate funerals.
Right. And we don't, I mean...
The same energy that we give in funerals, all of a sudden the goodbyes, oh my God,
the
I
memories,
wish, and
the
regrets and all that. That's why
don't
live your life with regrets.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if people are here now, if they're here in the here and now, and I understand, and I'm not saying you have to forgive everyone and be kumbaya. So that's so not what I'm saying.
You can forgive people.
No, you can forgive,
and you can let that go. They just don't have.
Exactly.
They don't have to be part of your next journey, and you know the rest of the journey. And I just peace out. You know. Right. You came for a purpose. Some people are here for a long time. Some people are only here for a certain time. That's all.
But it's, you know, and it stems from drain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I'm fully drained. I lived a very dark life in the past, and even my mom was like, at one point was like, I can't even talk to you because I talk to you and you're snapping at me, you know. And when she said that, I was like, and I had to look deep, and I was like, yo, I became an ugly person. So yeah, I'm always positive, and I always look at the bright side, and I'm not picking sides. I'm not the type of person that I pick sides. You know, it always takes two to tango, and there's always a reason why things happen between 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So I really don't, you know, understand why the constant thrive for drama and thirst for drama.
You know what drama does?
And negativity.
Drama divides.
Oh, God, don't make me take a flight out to you. JR, you're always welcome to come to the house. You know that. You're my sis for life. We were roommates for some time.
Did she snore?
I don't know. She worked nights, so she don't know.
Because she sucks up the AC in the whole house at this point. Like, wow.
No, yeah, JR lived with me for some time. JR lived with my mom and I for some time. But JR knows there were times that when we agreed and disagreed, you know, we did what we had to do. But at the end of the day, we didn't we didn't thrive on that bullshit, that drama. Oh my God, Giselle Diesel, how are you, sis? I hope you're well. She's on IG. Back to Sasha said, birthdays are huge for me. You should celebrate life every single day, and I agree.
That's why I'm gonna be 50 every day.
I agree. No, you don't have to be 50.
I'm gonna be
every day.
50
Why?
every day.
Why?
For the rest of my life.
¿Por qué?
Because that way it's a nice even number.
It's not an even number. 50 is an odd number.
50 is an even number.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
25.
5 is not 5.
5 is an odd number.
50
50
is.
Okay, 50 is.
Hey, she.
I don't do math. I do law,
Yeah.
and I am not ashamed to say it. I count on my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count.
JR said we are family.
We are family. She knows we are
All
family.
my brothers and sisters and me.
And
I
let me
miss
tell
my
you something.
calling.
And I don't have to talk to JR. I don't talk to JR every day. It's not even that I don't have to. I don't talk to JR every day, but I can tell you one thing. When something goes down with my family, something goes down with her family, we're here.
You say JR, I get flashbacks.
JR.
I get flashbacks of Dynasty.
Dynasty? Damn, you showing your age right now.
Or Dallas.
You showing your age. No more wine for me. I haven't drank, Sasha, at all. He actually, Nell bought me a bottle yesterday, and I didn't even take a sip.
Nope.
At all.
Absolutely.
But Glenda put here. I saw Glenda's comment on Facebook, and she said she learned that she likes to hug more. How did you learn how to hug more? Is it because
during
you missed
COVID?
I was gonna say I think you missed hugging, maybe. Maybe you know I found I love to hug way more than I knew. I think that's a fair statement to say because
Are you just going around the streets and hugging random Puerto Ricans?
I'm sure what she means is we you know when COVID hit, a lot of us weren't hugging. You know, it was
there wasn't any physical contact.
Right,
You know?
we lost that physical contact. Where now I think you could be a little bit more open as far as physical
I think
contact.
people have gotten so comfortable with solitude, but at the same time are going nuts going home that they've been programmed to be so fearful of actually having physical contact. How often do you go and meet somebody or anywhere and hey, how you doing? Normally, what guys would do, they'll give a pound,
right.
shoulder, like.
Well, because you don't know what the person like. I don't mean to. I fucking interrupted you. I'm my bad. But right now, like when I meet someone or if I know someone, I'm like, can I hug you? You know, because some people are just
understand how awkward that whole transition is.
Awkward.
Like dudes are like, well, we used to always fist pump, but it's like I'm fist pumping females.
It's like that. No me toque.
No me toque. Let me get Lysol and disinfectant.
Hey, Cammy, how are you? We have green. Is it Green Eyes 00? Green Eyes 00. It's funny because I ask people. So Green Eyes 814 said it's funny because I ask people now where before I would just hug without asking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now it's like we have this limitation, you know, and you know us Latinos, we love to hug. You know, even when we're joking around and fooling around, we're just like, oh, I'm gonna hug you and things like that.
I don't like hugging.
I
don't like hugging everybody.
You like hugging because
if I don't know you, I'm not hugging
you.
You
hug Nina all the time.
Well, that's Nina.
You hug Nina all the time.
Nina's like my daughter.
Yeah, she is. She is. Glenda said it's hard to be around people and not know should I hug or not. It is.
Glenda, you sound like a groper. Boricuas are huggers. Don't put every Boricua in that little bucket of yours.
I think you can say the majority of Boricuas. I think it's just in our nature. It's in our nature. You know.
I can say every Boricua likes calling each other cabrón. That's for sure.
I want to know from our audience, like if you've had an issue over the past 2 years, have you been able to push past it and just say to yourself, you know what?
What do you mean with someone?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, when
just
someone
in their job and their personal relationship,
someone actually reveals who they really were.
If you were able to just say, you know what, I don't have the energy for this. I don't have the time for this, and I need to move on from it. And you know what, we're either going to fix it and move forward, or we're not going to fix it and move forward.
JR said, mira, no te olvides de dominicano, o loca, no haga así. No, aquí estamos.
¿Qué es lo que pasa aquí? I love her. That's like I said.
Pero ¿qué es contigo?
You know, one of the things that JR, I don't know if you know this, but from you is where I get my Dominican accent from. And a lot of people, oh, you're Dominican. I'm like, no, I'm not Dominican.
Who told you got a Dominican accent?
When I speak to Dominicans, my Dominican accent comes out.
That's subconsciously. That's what you think.
But no, because
You talk real
Jr.
fast?
Like I said, I've known Jr. since we were 5 years old. So growing up, every time she spoke, I always would pick up
Mannerisms.
not her mannerisms, but her
Dominicans talk with their hands.
not even no, it's just her phrases, her funny phrases, and
Los refranes que tienen los
yeah,
dominicanos.
they have a lot of refranes, and so forth. But I love people not touching me, honestly.
Who said that?
Cammy.
I love people not touching me. Honestly, we got another groper.
I love people not touching me. No, she's just not touching.
Let's reveal more.
So yeah, I want to know from our audience. I mean, over the past 2 years, if you have experienced something where you have in the past, pre-pandemic, that you would basically just lose sleep over, and then after, post-pandemic, now it's like I'm not losing sleep over this. I'm not going to exhaust my energy into this. I'm going to just accept it for what it is, and not.
How about the people?
Not make it into this big thing.
How about the people that decided to kind of go their separate ways, or one person, and then once everything's like now things are getting a little bit more relaxed, all of a sudden start creeping back into, hey, how's everything? I'm like, oh, you should have asked that a year and a half ago. You're asking that 2 years now, like really?
Well, I think it's fair to say, and I always say this, especially to my close friends. I always say that everyone is living a life, and everybody has a lot going on, and it's not about quantity, it's about quality, right? So I can see where I haven't spoken to someone for over a year, via text or the telephone, and we have reached out to one another, and we pick up from where we left off.
That's actually not very common.
It's not, but I do have my connections. I do have my peeps. I do have those relationships where I don't get the.
But those are rare instances. For the most part, people fall into that one batch where it's just not, where you hit somebody up and, hey, what's going on? It's been months. Oh, yeah, all right. And really, and the animosity already, you could feel it even through a text message. You can feel that tension. I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah. We have Zoe here said fairy tales and lies. Zoe, if you're going to comment, you have to actually comment and then give us the reason why you're saying fairy tales and lies. We were always together. JR said friends are for life. We don't have to be together at all moments, but we are there when necessary. That's very true.
That's exactly, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That during this couple of years, people that you thought would be there for you were not there for you. People that they were going to support you were not there, and then comes now where everything is getting some semblance of normalness.
Is that a word?
I don't know. I just made
normalcy.
it
Normalcy.
I like my normalness.
You can make whatever word you
I
want.
make up all the
That's
words.
all right.
I am the destroyer of words. There we
Nelson's
go.
dictionary.
And then all of a sudden, they want to be put wherever that relationship left off after they left it. But it's just, some people go back, and then, but some, if you're smart enough, you understand that if people can't stick around with you when you're at your lowest, you don't need them when you're at your highest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the one thing that I've taken away from COVID is that life is really short, and how you live it, with those around you is very important.
That phrase, is life really short?
It is. It is.
Well, it has limitations.
No, life is short.
There's a life.
Life is short. We worry about getting COVID, but we don't worry about walking out on the street and getting hit by a car.
Of course.
Right?
Or getting bit by a dog.
Or getting bit by a dog. There are a lot of things that we just don't worry about on a day-to-day basis, right? Because we take for granted that people will be around all the time. We take for granted that, there are times that I say to myself, my Lord, I haven't spoken to this person in a while. Let me give them a call. Let me give them, a shout out. Let me see how they're doing. And
But it's the response that matters. So, like, you don't speak to someone and then you hit them up. If that person responds in a positive way, hey, how you doing? And just speak on that, and not speak on that, as we were talking last week, like relationships, 80% are good, 20% are bad, and everybody focuses on that 20%. That person replies back to you, oh, whoa, now you want to hit me up? Oh, okay, that's the way you want to respond? All right, no problem.
You know, but it's just, I'm saying to myself, how is it that people continue to be insensitive? They continue to put their energy where it shouldn't be. And again, this may sound like I'm judging, but you know, that's not really my intent. For example, I don't know if you heard, there was, I don't even know where she worked, but in any event, you know that for the cop that was just killed, Jose Rivera, I believe that's his name. I know it's Rivera. The first one.
Right.
So, you know, they had his memorial at Cathedral, St. Patrick's Cathedral. By the way, I had my graduation there because I went to St. Patrick's Cathedral, all girls school. I graduated.
Okay.
But she basically went on a rant on TikTok, and she was really upset that the streets were closed down for one officer, and had the audacity to say that for one officer who was doing his job incorrectly. And she was really, really angry.
How did she know it was incorrect? Was she a cop? Was she a trainee?
Well, what she basically said was, how many times does an officer shoot a 22-year-old for no reason? You know, she was on the flip side, you know. But it's a big hoopla now because her employer actually terminated her for that.
Be careful what you say on
and
social media.
And that's exactly what the article said. The article actually said, be careful what you're saying. You could think whatever you got to think, but be careful. But how insensitive is that? You know what I mean? And I saw the amount of streets that were closed off, and it was actually from
it was really
all the way down
from really a wall of blue.
Yeah, it was all the way down from downtown Manhattan all the way up to Midtown, and it was a sea of blue, and it was gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. And in my head, I said to myself, why does it bother her? Why? Because you couldn't get to where you wanted to go?
That's selfish.
Or you had to, at the last minute, veer to the left as opposed to the right because the right was closed? Like, I don't get that. Like, is that what we're really thinking about right now? And then you're voicing it. We all have a right to freedom of speech. Totally understand that. You have a right to express yourself, you know, but that's really, like, insensitive. That's negative. That's like you're so dramatic.
People are selfish. Many people, and I can't say even most, many people, unless it affects them personally, they can care less. But when something affects them personally, regardless of what it is, they're going to voice their opinion because they're being affected, and all they think about is them. Me, 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 me.
You know, it's just right now, it's what's basically like in my head, like, how can people just go from, you know, why give your time and your energy and your thoughts to negativity and drama?
It's amazing though, because we just had Kobe Bryant's 2-year anniversary,
Correct.
right? And
Correct.
when he passed away, the world kind of was on the same page
Correct.
for a bit, and it was refreshing to see that we all had kind of the same perspective. Correct. In regards to valuing life, valuing your loved ones, and so forth and so on. And here it is. I mean, it didn't take long for people to revert back to their shitty way of being with their fellow neighboring human. But you know, it's possible. That shows you that it's possible. Like I always say, my perspective on that, like, God needed the world to change his course, and this is the way that was the medium that he used, so the world can come together in this tragic event, and, you know, like, giving us freaking hints and clues, get your shit together type of thing, and we get our shit together for a couple of weeks, and then we go back to the same freaking negative energy and being angry and upset, and, you know. Everybody should buy highlights. That's what I think.
Highlights?
Buy highlights. Everybody gets patience, and they
tell
pause.
people what highlights. What is highlight?
Highlight
Take
is.
it off.
I'm not taking it off.
Take it off.
You know how I may look at this.
You can't see it. Just pull it off.
Mira, the Huerta Mercado look is just not gonna happen.
You
You're
see?
messing up. You're messing
No,
up
you're
the
good.
flows.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
yeah.
You can take it off.
Aye.
You can take it off. What is Howlite?
So Howlite, thanks to you and your infinite wisdom of crystals, Howlite is a stone, white with grayish tones in this instance, and it's quite light, and it fits smoothly on your wrist, Look, we're prepping for when we start selling them. So it basically the primary property of Howlite is patience. So if you are in the belief that this stone can give you that type of energy, by all means purchase yourself
Patience,
something
calm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it gives you a pause.
De-stressor. Absolutely.
so-
Absolutely.
I honestly believe in it because I had one and it broke and I kind of lost my patience. So whatever mind fucking
And what did I do
What-
immediately when
yeah,
you lost your
we
patience?
went to the crystal stuff, but another
I
one.
said, no, we need to get you a new one, Papa. Hold on a second.
So whatever mind fuck it does, it actually works. Because I'm naturally patient, but there are times in the last year or so that I've needed a little extra push, boost, and it works for me. I don't take it off at all. Maybe sometimes to take a shower.
Take a shower.
Just like my obsidian, I also don't take off, which is for protection, the property. So those are the two things I don't,
Yeah, I'm a crystal lover, and it's funny because I purchased a evil eye bracelet from a friend of mine this week, and she sent me this little stone, and it's just a clay stone. It's a clay stone, but of course it's already hardened, and it has the peace sign on it.
Paz y amor.
And it came just in time. And you brought up Kobe Bryant, and this is one of the things also.
I think we need another Huerta Mercado too.
It's
I really think so. We need another Paz y amor every Sunday.
So you brought up Kobe Bryant, right? And interestingly enough, here comes the negativity, and here comes the drama and the criticism.
Oh yes, you brought this.
So
to my
Dwayne Wade's daughter, Saya, decided to do a tribute for Kobe Bryant, and she took his jersey and she converted it into a dress. And I don't know who it was because I really don't care, because unfortunately their comment was negative. Made a big stink about it. What do you care? Why does it affect you?
Yeah, like
Kobe Bryant wouldn't have wanted that. What the fuck do you know, Kobe? What the fuck do you know Kobe Bryant
the
wanted?
intent, the endeavor.
And it's all because Saya, for those that don't know,
it's transitioning.
she's transgender.
Transgender.
But what does it matter? It could have been a regular woman doing it, and I bet you nothing would have been said.
Of course.
Right? Nothing would have been said. It could have been a woman and would be fine.
Yep.
But because it was a person who's transgender, that was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
It
issue.
wasn't a dress.
Yeah, and they were like,
Absolutely
it's a
not.
disrespect. It's a disrespect.
How
How is it a disrespect when we have all these manufacturers that make jerseys into dresses?
Well, how is it?
I have myself. My husband got me a Yankee jersey dress.
No, but let me tell you, it's funny they talk about disrespect. When he passed away, how many people who had Kobe jerseys were selling them online?
Absolutely.
How are you not capitalizing on the death of someone because they're so famous? And it's just people they just start projecting their energy and try to project it on other people and then when you project and you give that opinion, you're trying to convince other people to see your perspective. I'm like, but this person there was no malintent. Intent is very important when people do things. Like, wanted to sincerely honor that man and that legacy. And they probably had a relationship because Wade and Kobe were very good friends. So, like, you have no
And
idea
that's
what
all good.
relationship, but leave
that's
your
all-
negativity at home. Your opinion. Leave it
Right.
in your asshole.
Right. And JR said it.
I
you
be
hit-
him.
You hit it right on the nose, JR. People need to mind their own business and stop being miserable. And that's the thing.
But we all love
misery
bochinche.
loves company.
But we all love bochinche.
No, but misery loves company, right?
Absolutely.
And we have to be careful with misery, or individuals who are miserable with their lives, and they want to bring you into, they want to suck you into that, right? And then they get angry at you. Why? Because you're not about that life. And you're trying to give them a different perspective. You're just saying, and it's not because you want control over them, but you're just like, listen, at the end of the day, this is what I'm hearing from you. You're tired, you're angry, you're frustrated. Okay, what do you want to do to change that?
I was funny. I've been told in a couple of relationships, you don't get angry. I'm like, why? Like, that would actually be beneficial to you because if I ever do get angry, you know,
Beware.
you know there's
Beware.
there's a problem. Like I really like in relationships, like I don't sweat the petty stuff. Like it just doesn't. And people say, oh, if you don't take care of the little stuff, it becomes big stuff. No, not really, because
Depends.
if you put no weight on these little things, like I just don't. They never materialize into big things. But it's when people give their energy to these little things. Oh, he never puts the toilet seat down all the time, and you start arguing about that, and then it's just little things. Then they build up because you're giving that little incident energy, negative energy. Yes, so you're actually now manifesting and projecting it. It's going to become bigger because you're allowing it to.
I have a sign out front, and it actually fell. I gotta put it back up.
For sale?
But I have a sign in front of my house, and it says, "This is our happy place."
Mm-hmm.
This is our happy place, and it is my happy place. This is my home. This is my castle. And the last thing I need is when you could come into my home, and I have no problem with you venting at all, and I have no problem with listening to you. However, if you're going to repeatedly bring that same energy into my house, we're gonna have a problem because guess what? You're not entering my home.
There's people that always complain all the time. Complain,
All the fucking
complain,
time.
and do absolutely nothing to change it. So what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna continue complaining because you're still in that realm of, well, this is happening to me and this is happening to me. Unless you change something, it's gonna continue happening to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we have here back to Sasha's that anger is wasted energy, and I do agree. It is wasted it is wasted energy.
So is jealousy.
Yeah, I mean, jealousy.
That's another topic.
You know what? I haven't really, in my opinion, I haven't really come across a lot of people that recently, I think, like jealousy. I don't know.
You don't know why?
I haven't really. I don't think it's jealousy anymore. I think it's more insecurity than jealousy.
Well, jealousy comes from insecurity. It stems from
right. It stems from it, but it's more about insecurity. And then,
absolutely, yeah. But the thing is that people, I'm not saying many people who are jealous are insecure, but that's how it manifests as jealousy because you're trying to project your insecurities on someone. Yeah, you're doing this. No, I'm not. But yeah, you're doing this.
And it does. I will say.
As a man,
I wouldn't say jealousy. I would say, hi, Joanna. I wouldn't say jealousy. I want to say, and she agreed, jealousy comes from insecurity. I also want to say envy.
Some, yes.
Envy.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Because
and then that leads to drama.
Where when I say misery loves company, right? That's where it comes in. It's like, okay, because I'm a positive person. I've literally had people like, why are you so positive all the time? You need to get over that bullshit. What am I doing wrong? Why? Because I'm not freaking focusing on the negative of a situation and I'm looking at the positive.
We love Grogu, by the way. Let's see my glasses. Match my shirt. We got Grogu.
It's Grogu Day.
It's Grogu Day. It is Grogu Day.
But honestly, I mean, why would in my head when I was
I know that's why.
There's one thing, and I think Super Mega Producer can vouch on this. There's one thing when I met Super Mega Producer, for whatever reason, he has to jump through hoops, right? So when he goes out to do something, for whatever reason, the first time, it doesn't work. So he has to go through 150 million hoops for it to work, right? It makes it all the much harder. And sometimes in the beginning, he was just like, I'm not even going to do it because I'm going to do it and it's just they're going to shoot me down. So for what, right? And I used to tell him, you know what? That is a negative attitude. It's a negative attitude to have, that you're just...
You can get 99 no's, but that one yes is going to change your life.
Right. But I always used to tell him, listen, at the end of the day, for example, you apply for the job and you don't get the job. Okay. But you know what? Don't let that beat you down. Right? Don't be negative about it.
You got to get comfortable with no.
Just keep on pushing, keep on pushing. You're going to have to go through the no's to get to the yes.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you can't do that, you're never going to evolve. You're never going to change. And listen, if you're happy and if you think you're happy in the place that you're in life, if that's the way you're doing, you want to be safe, You want to be comfortable. That's fine, and that's you. That's what you think is happy. Hey, by all means, I'm not here to say, hey, that's wrong. But the potential that each of us have in each other, inside of us, we can do so many great things, and like we can really reach happiness to a scale that we have never actually even imagined. But we don't allow ourselves to do that. The mind is an instant bulletproof vest, automatically.
I mean, a lot of people haven't chimed in tonight on this topic, and I know it's a difficult topic, and you don't have to, but I would really, really want some insight as to where do you draw the line when it comes to drama and when it comes to negativity? At what point do you say, I'm fucking tired and I'm done and I can't live this way because of all the weight that.
Aquí hace calor. I'm just letting you know.
Toma el abanico. First of all, you got the hat on.
Listen, I am supporting.
There are lights. You see our lights?
I'm supporting.
We have a new
New
setup,
York
by the
NYC.
way. We have a new setup.
Oh,
we
wait.
have a new
You
setup.
got a new setup, but
You almost so done with the show. You bring it up now?
We have a new. The point is.
Remember, you're always last.
Listen, the point
last.
is, it's not when we bring it up, is that we brought it up.
And if you're the last thing that you get in someone's memory, that's what they're gonna think of.
That's right, baby.
Big Face Music World, right here.
And we're not almost finished. We still have another 45 minutes to go.
Oh, this is actually really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a time limit.
Well, I mean, because our
Pero
other
esta-
topics were a little bit different.
No,
you know?
I'm gonna tell you why. In my driving, this is where I drive, and this is where I
I
zone
hope
out.
you drive.
So
That's how you get from point A to point B.
all
in
the
Florida.
time, sometimes.
If not, you got issues.
And I was like, okay, damn, we're trying to cut it down. At first we want to be in between 1 and 2 hours. And funny enough, the top podcasts actually go over 2 hours. They're in between 2 and 3 hours. Ironically, remember?
Member.
I remember. And so we tend to talk. Missy Fu over here likes to address every single question that is asked on Instagram and Facebook. Wait, keep your mouth shut. And understandably so, we love you guys, but it is hard and almost an impossibility to keep the show within the time parameters that we kind of set for ourselves. But remember, this is unscripted and how it flows and how it flows. But if we were to reduce the time, one of probably the biggest proponent that we'd have to decrease is Missy Fu here reading every single thing. But
I love our audience. I love the interaction. I appreciate those who chime in. So yes, am I the one that's like, okay, let me go to IG, let me see the comments, let me go to Facebook, let's see the comments.
Absolutely.
Because I think that's important. I think what we're out here to also listen.
Raw
right?
and uncut.
We're here to listen. In our position, we're reading, but I think it's very important that we address our audience's comments and their thoughts, their opinions, their experiences, because remember, what we're offering is a safe space for everyone to be able to say what they want to say, no matter what.
And some people have actually been very transparent.
The transparency has been amazing.
God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah.
So when we do videos, I got to do that so her hair just goes into like, or you can do that for me, for my hair. It's in my curls.
Super Mega Producer segment.
Oh,
So Joanna said,
right.
Joanna, hi, Comfy, hi, Carlos. We love you too,
Didn't
puppy.
even acknowledge you.
I know.
I'm gonna ignore it. So Joanna said, it's a point you have to say enough. We don't have to live in the toxicity of drama-filled relationships, even if it's a love interest, friend, or family. And I agree. I'm reading a book. I'm reading like 100 books at one time. That's just me.
Never finish it.
I read No, I do finish books.
Eventually.
I read chapters after chapter. I read like 1 or 2 chapters in every
I
book.
started one of Jordan Peterson's book, by the way.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I could not get into that book. I couldn't.
That's because you couldn't see it.
TJ, when you listen to this, I apologize. But I agree. I'm reading a book regarding boundaries. Because I had to refresh my memory as far as being able to say no and addressing. And I love the book because the book gives you samples of how you can address individuals so that you're not. You don't come across as if you're offending the other person, right? I'm one that, as you know, I don't know how to say no.
Word. Wait, you tell me no all the time. And you tell no to someone else all the time in the free red room. All the time. We get no'd all day long. What we get is, yo, you going downstairs? You going upstairs? Yo, you going to the kitchen? Yo, can you get me that?
No, I don't say no all the time.
She just said no right now. You know, it's so it's so subconsciously innate for her today. Just no.
No.
Papi, vos come eso.
I you know, when I mean I say no, it's just there are times that I really.
You don't say no to a lot of people that ask for your help.
I don't.
Even if they haven't spoken in years. And that's actually the whole point. You don't lead to that negativity. But the only reason I've said you should say no sometimes because there's some people that actually don't deserve your help.
And I agree, but that's just not me because at the end of the day,
I know that's why God blesses you in so many other ways, and I completely understand
and
that.
I don't, and honestly, there are times when people do reach out to me, and I don't think of it as they're reaching out to me because they're my quote unquote friend. There may be someone it's an associate that I know,
an associate, an acquaintance,
and we do business, and business is what it is. Someone reached out to me the other day
you need to start charging. That's what
for
you
a
need
favor,
to do.
and that's what I was going to touch on. And they were like, "How much would you charge me?" And I said, "Listen." I was honest. I said, I don't charge for this. You know what I mean? I don't charge for this. If you want to give me something,
what you need to change your dialogue has to be, I'm not going to charge you. Because when you say you don't charge for this, that spreads like wildfire. And they're like, no, Mia got you. Yo, you know, you can call Mia. Mia got no life. Mia doesn't do anything. Call Mia.
It's true because someone did. It's true because someone did say the other day, oh, so I spoke to such and such, and they said you can call Mia. She'll do it for you.
Exactly. I'm like, no. It's like you gotta be really personal with whoever you're speaking with, case by case basis. Be like the lawyer you are, like case by case basis, and let's see. Well, you know what? I'll do it for you for free. If I have a moment in my business schedule, maybe I'll get to it. Or maybe I could just forward you the papers and then I'll give you instruction on how to do it. Or you know what? I need to charge you for this. Yeah, that's the way you need to do things.
And I know that part of my problem stems from the fact that
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Mama has a firecracker. One of my problems is, and it's not a problem because it's actually a plus, but I work for legal services. So my services, I do get paid for what I do, but my services to my client is free of charge, right? So when I have someone that I know come to me, I'm just like, how can I charge this person? Like,
easily.
You know, and it sucks. Your
time has a value.
My time does have a value. It
Absolutely.
does, you know. Yeah, he's always shouting me out, Jay, but that's what I appreciate about him. You know what I'm saying? Because he shouts me out and he says things to me as they should be. I don't take them personal because I go back and I shout him out. You know, it's all of love. It's all of love.
I think the scales are like this, like, you know, I need a V8 because I get screamed on all the time. Holy crap.
But it's coming from a good place.
I understand that.
It's coming from a good place.
I'm feeling like super mega producer sometimes.
Yeah. And Glenda said when you start setting your boundaries, there will be a whole lot of people pissed. Oh my God, Glenda, is it that is like so super facts. I need a super facts button here.
Okay.
Because that is true. That is so true. And it's like I'm still the same person. All it is I'm just crossing. I'm telling you this is the line and you're not crossing over it. I no entiendo. Why do people get upset at other people, create drama because you're choosing to have a boundary?
Alex got her permit.
We're all in danger. No, I love you.
Absolutely. Stay off.
Congrats, Mama. Congrats.
Stay out of Manhattan, people. Stay out of Manhattan.
Beware. No, you're gonna be good, Mama. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. That's a good step forward. I think if I'm not mistaken, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm sorry if I'm shouting this out and I shouldn't be, but I believe your digit is 32 right now. If your digit's 32, I believe that at the same time I got my permit at that time. Back to Sasha said,
that's why everybody runs where she drives now.
But that's networking. But there's a difference between helping through networking. It's another for people to take advantage of your kindness. And I agree.
You know that's why I drive, right?
What? When we're in the car? That's a lie.
I don't trust your driving.
Why you don't trust my driving?
I just don't, bro. I see how you drive.
How do I drive? I've been driving.
First of all, you drive, and sometimes you don't even put your glasses on.
No, I always have my glasses
No,
on.
there's
I
no
have my
consistent.
sunglasses have my prescription, and then
Oh,
I have
that's
my
right.
yeah.
I just don't trust. Yeah, you can't do two things at the same time.
I
if
can't.
if it includes driving.
Listen, we've taken long drives.
Take accountability.
We have taken long drives. I know how to drive.
What long drive?
When we were over at Fort Lauderdale.
That's simple though. There's no one on the road.
What is
It's a straight shot, but actual driving during the day in traffic.
What is simple about
Plus,
it?
plus I was not physically able. I was impaired to drive.
I want to remind you that you're here, and you're very loud.
Okay, I'm passionate. I'm not loud. Passionate. Let's get that right.
He's
Us
passionate.
Cubanos are passionate, right? Woo! Right there.
Oh, and let me tell you something. When these two Cubanos get together, it is I feel like I have 150 million speakers because your decibel levels are super loud.
Last night we were at the table and you were sitting next to me.
That wasn't last night. I think that was the night before.
It was last night. Anyway.
Last night?
Oh, Friday. Wait, what? Yes.
Say sorry.
Sorry.
Say sorry, mother effer.
No,
you
was
weren't
it
here
last
last night. You weren't here last night.
Yes, I was. Hello.
Oh, you slept over. That's right. You were.
So it was last night. You see this Jedi mindfuck that she's trying to do right now? That's some bullshit. That's gaslighting. That's exactly what she's doing. She's gaslighting. So, yeah. And so I'm sitting there. You're sitting at the head of the table, and Olga's right there with you. And then I'm actually talking to Papi, and I'm talking to Ben. And you're like, oh, baja el volumen, and this and this and that.
That was Friday night.
Listen, whatever night, let's get to the point. But then Olga, who's Colombiana, was talking at a high note, and you were like, but I think it's just a personal thing right now at this point with Cubans. You know, I'm like, holy shit, que racismo hay aquí en esta casa? This sucks, bro.
But Olguita had to speak louder.
No, she didn't. No,
because you were speaking loud.
No, don't speak for her.
You speak very loud. No, I love
I speak passionately.
And when you drink, your whole decibel level.
Oh, obviously,
it's on a different level.
Because I can't hear myself.
Yeah, it's on a different level. Totally different level. But no, yeah, I just
get on that plane and move far away. That's what Glenda did
and
anyway.
And also,
literally.
And Glenda, and I don't mean to shout out your business there, but I give you mad props because when you basically do a 360 like you did, pack up your stuff and say, I'm starting over somewhere else, and I don't know.
180 actually.
And I say 360,
That's
and I don't know.
360. You end up in the same place.
Madre.
I'm just trying to correct you.
Just let me be. You know what I mean.
Let you live.
Let me be.
Let me love, laugh, and live. Okay.
Let me be. But no, yeah, Glenda she packed up her stuff and she was like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm out and I'm doing what I gotta do.
Look, you and Alex could be in the same car because she says you're an amazing driver. So you both of y'all can be in the same damn car.
I love Alex.
Y'all can scare the shit out of each other like y'all on a roller coaster at Great Adventures.
Alex and I have taken a lot of road trips. I remember, and it's funny because she says stuff that just. So when she was in Florida the first time, we passed by the supermarket, right? And she goes, pubics. And I'm like, I said,
does she wear glasses?
I said, what? She said, pubics. Why you have a place named Pubics? I said, it is Publix. I said, it is Publix. It is our supermarket.
Oh, but there is, the furniture store, right? Bad cock furniture.
Bad cock.
Get your furniture for a bad cock. Just letting you know. I found that hilarious.
But again, going back to the fact that, we take long during our podcast, and I like to address people's comments because what's the purpose of them chiming in if their comments or if their questions or concerns or their stories are not being shared?
Yeah, and I mean, most podcasts don't have that I've seen. There's no interaction, and that's why I like this format being different from it than most. So while it might take a little bit of traction of people getting used to it, you'll get used to it because we ain't stopping.
Yeah, and we're not social workers, we're not therapists, we're not psychiatrists, but we are here for you. We are here for you. So, if there is something that you're going through and you need to speak about it, and I'm going to bring this in. So there was a time when I was going through a difficult time, like always, and a friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in a very long time reached out to me and she said, via your posts, I am seeing that you're going through something, and do you trust me? And I was like, what? Just do you trust me to take you somewhere? And I was like, take me somewhere. This Friday, can I take you somewhere? And I said, sure. You know, I didn't know. And she brought me to, it's called Codependence Anonymous. And it's a room full of strangers where it's a safe space, and you get the opportunity to basically just speak your heart out, you know, to a room of strangers, and you don't pay to go. And they have the 12 steps. If you're not familiarized with the 12 steps, I could do put the link on, but they have 12 steps, and the 12 steps stem from Alcoholics Anonymous. And I remember she took me to that place, and they asked if I wanted to talk, and they let me cry literally for 15 minutes. Nobody said a word. And it's a space where you're not supposed to judge. You cannot ask questions. And if you want to speak to someone about what they shared, you have to ask them permission. And it was the time that I went to Coda was the best thing in life for me. It saved my life. I always tell my friend that she saved my life. And that's where I build a lot of my boundaries. And I realized I'm not alone. Right? I realized I'm not alone. And I saw so many people through so many walks of life sharing their stories. And I do have a Coda book, and you hear their stories. And I'm reading now a new Coda book because I want to go back on working my 12 steps. But yeah, this can be, and I believe at one point I told you, I said, let's start a Coda group. Remember?
Correct.
We did say
we actually broached that subject
right
last month. And
Coda actually they have a book, and they tell you how you can create, you know, your own group. And they have patterns and practices. They have promises. They have the 12 steps, and it is, I found it extremely amazing. And I've been looking for the program here so I can go personally, but they don't have one near me. And I don't know about virtually. I haven't tried it, but I definitely want to get into it. But we can have this as our safe space to say what we want to say, you know, and feel what you want to feel and not be afraid.
It's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah, not be afraid, and you're not being judged. You're not being judged in any way, shape, or form for your thoughts, for your feelings, for, you know, what you're going through. But it's just so that you know, you're not alone. We are here. We are here. We may not say the right things all the time. We may be harsh with what we say, but if you come to us, you know, I think that I can vouch for Nell, and I can vouch for myself. You will get genuine transparency in our response.
The truth isn't always pretty.
Yeah.
It needs to be heard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know, but if anybody wants to, there's not much else to say about what I wanted to discuss tonight. If anybody has something they want to discuss.
No more drama?
Huh?
You don't want to talk about no more drama?
Well,
what kind of drama have you had?
I haven't really had a lot of, I've had my own share of drama, but I've removed myself from it. And then removing myself, I become the fucking enemy.
Have you ever been the cause of the drama?
I want to say, I honestly want to say now, no. Not recently, no.
No, just in, like, ever in your life.
Have I ever been the cause of the drama? Honestly, if I did, I don't recall.
That's that amnesia shit.
Nah, yeah, my brain. I have, for whatever reason, I remember things I don't remember things, like, from early onset. There's a part of my life that's completely, like, gone that I don't remember.
In your head?
In my memories. Brain? Yeah, there's a part of my life that I can't, like, things that are memorable to people that you should remember. Like, I don't know when I got my period.
How do you not know that? You don't recall
the day? I don't remember.
The event that's such a just.
This is what I'm saying.
It's a transformation type of event for you.
And I've blocked.
From that moment on, you're going to continue bleeding until you die.
Yeah, but I've blocked out. I've blacked out a lot of times in my life, and I have to deal with that because I know at some point it's possible something traumatic happened to me, and I don't remember that trauma. But I do know that there is a certain part of my life that I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
Joanna, Nelson, have I been the cause of drama? If that's what I actually have been the cause of drama in a couple.
See, Green Eyes remembers when she got her period. I don't remember. I have no clue.
That's great. No clue. I remember when I got my period, so I remember. I do recall I've been the cause of drama in a couple of instances, and I was ignorant. I was in a bad place. I was real bitter when like I said, when I was younger, I was real bitter, um, with in relationships more than anything else. And yeah, it manifested in quite a few times in my relationships because I should have never been in those relationships in the first place because I wasn't totally healed and they just projected in a different way, and I needed to realize some things about myself, and then come to peace to that. You know, I can't do anything about those situations at this juncture, but I am better for them because I've actually, I can realize exactly what I did and learn from it. So
what I can admit to is that I intercede into drama. And it's when it comes down to my loved ones. That there was a time my sister had an issue, and no matter what the hell's going on with my sister and I, that's my mini me, and I got her back like 550%. And somebody was trying to fuck with her, it wasn't gonna happen. It was so not gonna happen. And I saw the bitch, and I was like, oh, hello, how you doing today? And it was it was drama filled. It was years ago, but I was living back in New York. But
I have the same problem you do. I have certain things that I can't. Like I was just talking about drama, and I'm trying. I know I have, but then I'm trying to remember the details, and I can't. Shit.
Yeah, because I mean, we have a tendency to do that when somebody's going through something, especially if it's somebody that we love. We have a tendency to interject ourselves in that drama, and we cause our own issues, right? Because it's not our business, but because it's our family member or our friend that we dearly love, we inject ourselves in it. You know what I mean?
Mode.
Yeah, we inject ourselves in it, and it becomes hard. And I'm trying to, again, there's a way that you can be there for someone without interjecting yourself fully, and then being now you're part of the problem, right? You're part of the drama. And your name is going to get thrown out in the issue. Your name is there, and you're worried about the situation. So there's a way to step in, I think, and there's a way to step out. I'm still learning that. I will be honest. I'm still learning that, and I have to learn how to just say.
I mean, we're human, and we're built on an emotional basis as well. When we forget that we do tend to react with emotion. It's just some people have the discipline to control their reaction, and some people just go with the freaking flow and just let it fly, and that doesn't always end up well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, but I'm overprotective like that, with people that I love, and the one thing that I don't do is I try not to take sides in any of the situations.
But that's what drama does. Drama creates division. If it's family, friends, yeah, she's right. No, he's right. Shit, no, he has a point. And at the end of the day, everybody that's on the outside looking in never actually gets the full story.
Right.
They only see pretty much usually one side of it. They judge, and then that's how the divisions are created. And then there's always drama. She going? Oh, well, I'm not going because if I do, I'm going to snatch her ball head and all this other shit. I'm bringing my Vaseline. And I'm like, yo.
Hey, Super Buddy. Oh, my God. Super Buddy was there with that whole drama. Super Buddy, you remember when you were getting your hair done and I was outside with the drama in front of the salon, and it was like... Huh? Tati's, yeah, in front of it was in front of Tati's, and and it was 2 against 1. That was the shit. It was 2 against 1, and I was like, bring it, just bring it. Because it's okay. Just bring it.
People from the low are
savages,
bro.
JR said, I'm too old to start drama, but I will finish the drama when it comes to my family. I'm such a mama bear. I will cut you. Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yes, we get old.
Facts.
Yes, Joanne, we get older. We got that one. But
yeah,
we do get wiser.
Older, we get wiser.
We get wisdom.
Yeah. Mia, our club days, I was throwing down, girl, all the time, girl. All the time you were throwing down. And then all the time, the next day, she's like, where I got these bruises from, bitch? It's like popping off. Rubber J popping off.
Like my cousin, my cousin, Papito, he's just, and Papito's he's a big dude. Everywhere and when we started really hanging out, and I started bringing him to my circle, and dudes would like, hey, what's going? He would be like my freaking bodyguard. I was like, yo, why you step? I said, bro, leave the Bronx in the Bronx, bro. We somewhere else. Relax, enjoy yourself, bro. He ready to clothesline somebody. I'm like, yo, chill, bro.
No, it's funny that I'm thinking about the time. I don't know if you were there, and I was out with my cousin, and we were celebrating somebody's birthday. And I have a cousin who has this much of a temper, right? It's like his temper is like, it's just it goes from 0 to like 550 in a hot minute. And we were out in Sequoias, and I don't know what the fuck happened. My boy Chi, who's never in drama, Chi, he's never into any drama.
He's always be nice.
And for whatever reason, Chi's the first one to step in. I remember that night I see them switching shirts, and I'm like, why are you switching shirts? He's like, oh, so that they won't see him because he just punched some guy and da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, but then if they see you, they're going to kick your ass. And he's like, it's all right. It's all right.
I like that fast thinking right there, yo. That's like, yo, let's switch shirts. I'm like, yo, so you've done this before type of shit? Make you wonder, but like, Chi.
Oh, man, no. But yeah, it's like, and that's the thing, you know what I mean? It's a time where she goes, Mia, I keep reading the club days for throwing down. Yeah, Judy would get into a lot of fights, and then we would have to all fight and between Judy and then I had Michael Mai. So Michael Mai is all of like 4 feet, and she's this thin. And bitches wanted to start with her all the time. I'm like, what do you have? Like the bitch face?
No, it's not that. So it's just, it's exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't know that she was with me, right? Because of course, I don't look like I'm walking around with Michael Mai like that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not calling her a nerd, but she looks like a weakling. Yeah. You know what I mean? And bitches wanted to disrespect.
They want to pray. People want to pray.
Yeah, and then I would come off, and I'm like, who you trying to talk to? What you gonna do? Háblame, what? And they're like, oh, and then they step off. It's like, really?
That seems like my life.
It's more like bullying.
It is. That's the new version. That was the old version of bullying.
Yeah, I remember Judy used to fight dudes all the time. They used to be like, you want a drink? And her freaking fist would go up. I would be like, no, you can't do that. He's just asking you for a drink, Jay.
I had that issue because I was younger. I looked like a pendejo. Straight pendejo. I mean, I still look like a pendejo, but...
So you would bully you?
I would always get this... I would always attract for somehow... First of all, I wore jewelry. Like, I had the gold chains, the brazaletes. I was like, when I used to come out into the city.
You were on the block?
I wasn't on the block. I was venturing out into the city. I grew up in the Bronx, South Bronx, hung out, and always had jewels, and always wear out for some. I looked like a pendejo. I wasn't really tall, but I had all these. It was like, who this like this.
Mother effer.
Who's this mother effer freaking walking with these jewels? But the thing is that I never walked alone. I was usually like 20 or 30 deep, always. Mm-hmm. And I was always the peacemaker because even when people would come to me with this drama, like, yo, those are some nice kicks. What size are you? Oh, you trying to size me up already, son? See, the people still say son. What the hell, bro? I just said, I do.
You're saying a story of 50 years.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
So the word son is appropriate.
It's appropriate for the story. I used it 50 years ago. But then all of a sudden, whoa. Like, I never got into fights. My boys always love to just knock people out and stuff. But I got preyed on. If it wasn't for, and I mean, obviously, I feel comfortable. But I got preyed on, When I was, even before that, I got younger, I was bullied. I looked like a pendejo, and I got picked on, and, and that kind of led me to,
I want to see pictures of you when you were that age. Yeah, I want to see pictures when you were.
My mother still gave me haircuts, and I had.
Your mom gave you haircuts.
I freaking ended up. I was in fashion 2 years after it came out, so chacho, yo sufrí bastante.
JR said it's funny. My children tell me all the time, Mom, you have no street cred. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nope. I never did anything. I was a homebody. Fairy tales and lies. Where's that button, Jay? Because that's fairy tales and lies. You are not a homebody.
She tried to be. I mean, that's what she is. That she wants to portray that.
No. Jay was a homebody to a certain extent, and then she branched out. She branched out, and We shared a lot of good times together.
But
Jay.
you realize as you get older, you understand. Like everybody uses the word. I want to be drama free. Most people don't even follow those two words in their own lifestyle, and they posted, "Oh, I'm gonna be drama free in 2022." Blah blah blah. And a lot of times, when you have drama in your life, you are part of the problem. You are actually part of the problem. There is something that you're saying, something that the way your attitude, the way you're acting is contributing to the issue of whatever drama you're in at the moment. You know, drama free is really drama free. You have to learn to let go of so many things because they just, you know, they're very affecting. You know, drama can manifest in physical ailments, mental, you know, some type of mental illness, some emotional distress in your life. And, you know, people don't understand how they afflict some people and how some people inflict themselves with that type of damage, because that energy is just not positive whatsoever. And it just, you know, positive energy in your body is very important to live a healthy lifestyle and have good health. Negative energy, if you're exposed to it all the time, or you like living in that chaos, most people you're not healthy. You're not healthy mentally, physically, or emotionally at any point.
Social media drama.
Aye.
Social media drama.
That's where relationships break and friendships dissolve and all this other stuff because of fucking social media.
This is what I love about social media drama. This is, you put up a quote,
and people take
and
it personal.
all of the sudden, everyone is like, are they talking about me? Right. I literally put up something a couple of years ago, and it had to do with people who contact me when they need something, right? And it wasn't directed at anyone specific. And I will put it out there. I don't put things up on social media directed at anybody. I am a grown-ass mother effing woman. I'm 49 years old. And if I got your number, or if you're on my Facebook page, I will contact you and I will tell you what I'm feeling.
Absolutely.
I don't need to hide behind a meme. I don't need to hide behind a quote. I don't need, if I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. Now, if it's directed at you, I know, right? But I literally had someone literally
social media gangsters.
They fessed up. They actually said, I know that your post is about me because I only reach out to you when I need something, but I do apologize, but I know that you're the only person I can go to. And I was like, I wasn't even talking about you.
That's that guilt, bro.
I'm like, I'm not even talking about you. Like, you know, I put things up on social media that I can relate to. You know what I mean? And that resonate with me. But most often than not, the things that I do put on social media are not directed at any one person. And if they are, guess what I do? It is called tag, right? It is called tag. And how many times do I tag you on posts? Do I tag Ben on posts? You know, do I tag my friends on posts? All the mother effing time. You know what I mean? But trust, if you're on my friends list, on my personal page, whether it's IG, TikTok, or, well, I don't have a personal TikTok page, but IG or FB, trust when I tell you, I'm not throwing daggers at nobody.
If I can't say it in your face, I'm not going to say it at all.
Yeah, I'm going to hide behind a post.
I got no problem saying anything to you in your face. Like Judy says, unfriend button or block. I don't block anybody. I want you to see me thrive.
Yeah.
That is the biggest revenge. You're going to see me succeed.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And that's facts. I mean, that's facts, you know. Back to Sasha said, I say it all the time, don't read too deep into anything I post. I post what I like or feel. Yeah, you know.
Tell them how you feel, Sasha. Sasha Fierce.
It's just, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be careful with what you're posting on social. TikTok is amazing. I mean, I've never seen so much drama. I was like, oh my God.
And you get
hooked up.
No, but I know, but you have. Remember, this is cycles, right? Before you had TikTok, before you had Instagram, and you had Instagram drama, right? And then before Instagram, you had Facebook. Right. So before Facebook, we had MySpace.
Right.
It was MySpace drama. And then for us,
Show your age.
And then
we had AOL.
Before, then you had Mi Gente.
Wow.
And Black Planet.
Well,
And
but I
then-
don't think those social media sites present that so much drama as they do now.
Well, you can't see
Because
the,
Mi Gente was more pictures.
But
And I
so
don't
is,
think
but
they
so
were
is
posts.
Instagram. But you understand how technology has evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, AOL chats. Like you go into the chat rooms and stuff. But it took you an hour to buffer to get into the chat. So by the time that happened, you were already tired. I'm like, I'm not gonna stay in this room long because I'm tired. You know, that was just the thing. But here is the variety of things that are at our disposal in our hand. Remember, all these MySpace and all that. Pretty much, you had to be home on your computer. And then
Correct.
it eventually evolved into that. But here it's like instantaneous, quickly. And, you know, that's...
Enjoy, Jay. Have a good time with your daughters. Give them give them my love and kisses. Say hi to the hubby, too. Yes, definitely work something out. Our 50th is coming up. So, Mama, we gotta celebrate that. Hi, Ariane. How are you?
Yeah, and then we also had Twitter wars all the time.
Right, but on TikTok, not... the videos of and I want to say it's more females than males, unfortunately, but of their...
Okay, let's correct something. For the most part, drama comes usually in social media comes with females.
Why do you say that?
Because that's usually what it is.
Because there are not many
catty.
angry men that just want to put their business out there.
A lot of, like, for example, and since we have an expert here in music.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times drama is created and it's not real. It's to create sales for upcoming albums and so forth. Now, there is dramas that dudes really take some shit seriously. But for the most part, drama in music realm, for example, is usually just to garner attention and sales and so forth and so on.
Women are... Brava. Yeah, women are, but what I see on TikTok, it's just like he broke up with me, or,
Men ain't shit.
Men ain't shit. Yeah, we're back to that. The men ain't shit. And, and I understand that everybody needs a platform at some point to express themselves.
Well, when did this become a platform to express yourself?
Well, I think it's just something that people utilize. You have a resource, and that resource is you're talking to the public.
I don't like putting
like, for example,
shit out there.
For example, I saw a TikTok, right? And for whatever reason, I don't know what this girl posted, but for whatever reason, someone who does not know her chimed in and was like, "You got crabs," and she was like, she responded like, I guess I don't really do that much on TikTok, but you could put in whatever people comment, and then you can respond to their comment. And she was like, "I don't have crabs, and I'll pray for you." But in my head, I'm like, why are you even entertaining it? And then she says, "But I'm not going to entertain." You are entertaining her. You actually made a whole big video. Yeah. And I get it. People also doing things because they want followers. They want people to see their stuff. I get that. But
drama equals ratings. Yeah. That's why we have all these damn shows where the Kardashians is a perfect example of drama filled show. It's everything.
The reality shows.
That's reality. See, that's the shit. All these reality shows have all this drama, and people think that's the way life is supposed to be. No, it's the exact opposite. Drama leads to ratings. It doesn't lead to happiness.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah. And but I'm not gonna tell anybody how they can maneuver through their social media pages, but at some point, you have to ask yourself, because I personally have been approached, about people that I know, and they've asked me, like, what's going on with such and such? What's going on with such and such? And it's like, go ask such and such. That's not my business.
For real.
Go, you want to know what's going on and what their issue is on social media, you go to them. Don't come to me. Why are you coming to me?
Go to the horse's mouth.
Yeah, like, don't come to me. I don't know what to tell you.
Even
with my dad, people have reached out to me and they're like, "What's up with your dad?" Well, what do you mean, what's up with my dad?
Don't you follow him? You can message him.
Did you see what he put on Facebook? Listen, everybody has a right to do whatever they want on Facebook.
I be him.
But at the end of the day, or on IG. But at the end of the day, don't come to me and ask me. Ask them. You're on their page for a reason. You're on the. What can I tell you? But
why are people afraid to ask that question to someone?
I don't know.
Qué miedo. You're brave enough to talk smack, but then you're not brave enough to confront the person about the issue.
No, that's how come. Sometimes I love when people come to me and they're like, such and such was talking about you. Then what the fuck were you doing giving them the time of day? Because when somebody starts talking to me about somebody, I'm gonna tell you, or talk to them. You're telling me,
and that's exactly how they're going to talk about you when you're not in their presence.
but why are you coming to me to go talk to them? Mm-hmm. If you have something to say, you could talk to them, especially if it's somebody that I love and that I care about. It's like, don't come to me and tell me shit, because I'm gonna go back to the person and say something. But at the end of the day,
that was the whole purpose.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you feeling the type way, go to the person. It's all good. You could do that. There's nothing wrong with talking. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourselves. There's nothing wrong with saying, listen, what you did, what you said, or how you acted hurt me.
People assume how you're going to react.
Some people just follow you to be nosy, not because of a connection they have with you. That is absolutely factual, Sasha. And at the end of the day, you know what? Keep following me and enjoy my life, because it is what it is. It is what it is.
I follow you. You're on my favorites. I see whatever you post. I want to see everything that you're posting first. I want to be the first one.
No, I love when listen. There's some things that I really don't know about, Facebook and all that. But at some point, someone was like, "Yes, I know when this person's active," and I'm like, "How do you know when the person's active?" And they're like, "Oh, because you go on Messenger and you see that
that's
active."
Wrong. That's
and
false.
I'm like, "What?"
That is completely false.
Oh, that's right. You were but wasn't you? You were targeted on WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp and on Facebook Messenger.
WhatsApp is a bitch, because WhatsApp tells you unless you have it.
Right.
Unless
the last time you
opt
went
out.
on it.
Right. It tells you were last on such and such.
But it's just because you could have opened it by mistake, because you're going to, I opened this by mistake, let me close it. But it registered that you opened it, right? Facebook Messenger is the same thing. But the thing is, like, if you're signed on a different device, it shows. Like, on my computer, I have Facebook Messenger on it as well. And it shows me active all the time. I might not be in front of my phone or the computer, but it shows that I'm active.
Then that means that whoever sees that you're active, it's gonna be like, mother F off.
You didn't see my message.
You didn't see my message.
Like, we all have the right to respond to messages
whenever
on our
we want.
time.
Whenever we want.
Holy shit! And there go the drama.
Yep.
The drama. Leave the drama for your mama, as they say.
That's when you get accused of the you didn't respond to me. You didn't do this for me. You didn't do that. You left me unread and all this other
iPhones. Leave me unread. I got left unread, bro. Yo.
Listen. My read receipts are off. But at the end of the day, even if I put my read receipts on, I'm going to respond to you when I'm willing. And I'm one that I sometimes wait to respond to individuals. Why? Because I want to give them my full undivided attention. And you know this. People get mad at me when I'm at work, and I do answer their call. But unfortunately,
you don't even have to be at work.
I can't give you my undivided attention. So it's like, it's not that I can't multitask, but again, I love the fact that when I'm at work, I get it. I just get into it.
But it's not even work, bro. It's just in general your life.
No, it's not in general my life.
Negro.
It's not.
Negro.
It's not. For example, I'm not gonna lie to you. My girl VG.
No, lie to me.
My
Please
girl
lie to me.
Shut up. My girl VG.
Mira.
I got aggressive.
Look at that. See? You see? That's why it was put up recently. If you see it. Aces Up podcast gets volatile because this one decides to get violent many times. I felt the heat. I felt the heat. I was about to cringe into a ball. I felt like I was 8, and I was being bullied right here. See?
No, it's like, look, for example, the other day, VG, who she's still in the hospital. Prayers, please continue my prayer warriors for my girl VG. She's still in the hospital. She's fighting a lot of battles right now. But my girl VG, we were talking, but I was at work, and I called her yesterday morning, and I told her, I said, okay, we got to go back to like last Thursday because a lot transpired. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to talk, so I wasn't able to converse with her. So I said, we have to go back to last Friday, and we have to catch up. But that's how I like to have conversations. I don't like to have conversations with individuals where I'm not giving you my full undivided attention. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, that is going to result in my not giving you the attention that you deserve individually.
Damn, the green room is popping.
Michael Mai jumped on. Eileen, I know you were on before, Mama. I believe I said hi to you, but if I didn't, my bad. So I'm saying hi again. She put, people have the absolute right to say what they want to say, but people also have to remember that they cannot get upset when people question them over airing dirty laundry on social media.
You also get.
Oh my God! How about when people chime in because you're putting your dirty laundry out, and when people comment, they don't like your comment, and it's an issue.
I unfriend you. I'm blocking you. She's nasty, that bitch.
It's
you should have never said that.
It's an
but
issue.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody never gets the full story.
It's an issue. So you said something, and then I comment on your post, and now all of a sudden it was the wrong thing to say. So now I'm a bad person.
You are the bad person.
I'm the worst person in the world.
You're creating that drama.
Worst person in the world.
Listen, if you don't want people to respond or question or ask questions, don't put it out there. Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
Don't complain when, why did that person comment? You put it out there. You have an absolute right to say whatever you want to say, but once you put it out there, people have the absolute right to say whatever they want to say about that.
And the sucky part about social media and drama on social media is that you get judged. Right? You get judged. You got to consider social media like your personal card. Right? It's your card. So what you put out there is what people are going to say. It's what people are going to assume. And it's wrong. Why? Because it's social media. It's social media. It's totally wrong.
It's social.
But it is your card. It's a stamp, right? It is a stamp, and it's of who you are. So you know, I think I've been very transparent with my page. You know, I have a filthy mouth. Facts.
Disgusting.
I love my family. Facts. When something very good happens in my family, I'm up there. If I'm feeling sick and I want to put it out there, I'll put it out there. Whatever it is that I want to put out, I'm going to put out.
I had a friend who was on Twitter and they attacked her. And I had seen it. I was seeing the whole thing. And defiéndeme. I'm like, what do you want me to tell? I mean, I wrote something, I wrote something in a very intelligent manner, but I'm like, but what the hell of me writing something is going to change anything to this person who doesn't know me from a hole in the wall?
Right.
They can care less. It's like, mira este pendejo hablando, defendiendo esta.
No, and I mean, but here's the thing. Everyone is watching. We're being watched on social media.
And listen.
We are being watched on social media.
And they're listening.
And they're reading and unfortunately,
see, Alex has issues. She's all the typical women things. No, pick up the phone and call me. Viste. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw you. You were active. Don't lie to me, fucker. You some bullshit.
Listen, my sister-in-law said the other day. Your brother was upset because he texted you and you didn't respond to him, but you posted something on social media. I'm like, listen, if you did text me, I'm sorry, I don't remember. But these are the things that happen with social media. Yeah. You have to be, and
I'm trying to call you, but you're posting on freaking Facebook. What do you mean you can't answer my calls? I'm like, yeah, I can't answer your calls. I'm posting on Facebook because I'm in a meeting and I'm fucking bored as fuck. So I'm playing around with Facebook, but I can't pick up the phone. That's all. I saw your text. I was like, but you answered my text. I'm calling you. I'm in a meeting. I'm bored as fuck. I'm playing around. I'm posting shit on Facebook.
That happens to me on Wednesdays, because on Wednesdays we have a unit meeting and it runs more often than not.
I keep forgetting because I always text you when you're in your
I always tell
meeting.
You Wednesdays. Yeah. It starts at 10 o'clock and it doesn't
1.
end to 12.
Oh,
12.
Okay.
But what happens during the course of that meeting? I do get on social media sometimes, and I start,
This bitch just posted something talking about she can't talk to me. What kind of fucked up shit is that? Gotta find a new fucking friend. Some bullshit.
But that's just, and there are times that and my mini me Zoe can vouch for this because she's actually doing it to me right now. She's just not, we're not in the mood to talk. We're not in the mood to talk. We're not in the mood to pick up our phones. We're not feeling anything, and we just don't pick up the phone.
And it's perfectly okay. Like that's when your true friends are your true friends. That they actually understand and be like, yo, I just needed my space. All right, got you.
No, but this is what I did with my sister. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I literally with my sister.
You didn't mean to interrupt me.
With my sister, like We've been speaking. We speak almost. We speak every day, but we speak like 2-3 times, sometimes 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter. Our toenail drops and we're like on the phone with one another. But I didn't speak to her. There was a day I didn't pick up the phone. I know 2 days I didn't pick up the phone.
Yesterday you asked about her because you had not spoken all day.
No, but I literally, after reaching out to her, I want to say Friday, and that wasn't Friday. I reached out to her Saturday. And I know it's because I didn't reach out to her Friday. She tried to call me Thursday, and I didn't pick up the phone Thursday.
Thank God you guys are in couple because y'all would have broke up.
Well, I think she broke up with me. I really, literally, it's like only if you're out there. I think you broke up with me because, and then in my head, I'm like, I said that, and I literally, I sent her a message. I was like, yo, if I did something and you're upset at me, my bad. You know, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. I'm sorry if I said something or did something, you know, because again, she and I, we talk every day. You know what I mean? We do talk every day, but if I don't pick up, I'll let her know I'm not picking up because I'm just not mentally. I'm not there. We don't speak every day. Yeah, we don't speak every day. But I'm FaceTiming her. And I'm like, this bitch is not picking up.
I just show up.
You know, and I told my dad today. I was like, mira, la hija tuya no me está cogiendo el teléfono. You know, and finally she responded to me. You know, and it is what it is. But yeah, you know, there are times that you have to ask yourself, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong?
But it's a shame. You're so cynical about it. Yeah.
But I said, let me apologize because she may not be ready to talk about it. But if I did do something, you know, I'm going to let her know, you know. And I said to myself, she's probably upset because on Thursday I didn't answer her calls. I think she called me twice. And then I didn't speak to her Friday. You know, Friday I was at work. And I literally spent like an hour on the phone with an attorney trying to triage a case. And then I spent another hour and a half explaining something. And then I took the afternoon off. And I really didn't take the afternoon off because even though I was doing something personal, I was still on the phone with an attorney triaging another case. So, you know, and then I had a senior night and I came home and I was so excited about senior night that I didn't call her on Friday, you know, and I was like, damn.
You got caught up in life.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, even if it's for a second, I'll still call my sister or she'll call me or whatever. So, you know, I was just like, it's been 2 days I didn't call her. Like,
but
the
marvel of the cell phone is amazing because you can call someone and they don't answer the phone and you can do this. Mm-hmm. You can text someone. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I just called you, you know, hit me up. And this is the way I respond, you know, hit me up when you get a chance. Nothing's going on, so forth and so on. It's just, you know, I just want to catch up or whatever. People don't do that shit. Like, you have there's so many ways of communicating, and then there's so many ways of communicating in such a positive manner. Like, instead of, you didn't pick up my calls. You called me 3 times. You called me 10 times. Mm-hmm. If after the second time I didn't pick up, there must be a reason. Mm-hmm. Then you send me but by that time, you're already pissed off.
Yeah.
And then the text comes out nasty. Mm-hmm. The message comes out nasty. And people don't understand. Hey, if it's an emergency and I call you, don't pick up, and I'm gonna text you, 911, then you know, if I don't hear from you for 2 days, then you're no longer my friend. After you know,
no, you get upset with me. You be like, I could be dead. I could be dead. And I'm like, mother effer, if you dying, you're gonna call me and you're gonna put 911.
I fuck with people all the time. Yeah. I people will respond 2 days later to a message like, I could have been freaking dying, and I would have been dead, and you would have never known. I'm like, what kind of friend are you? I'm like, holy crap.
Scroll down.
You need scroll up.
Scroll up. Well, there is, you know, there was one time, you know, there's times that we call people, right? And I'm one, when I call people, if I realize that I've taken over the conversation, there was literally one time that someone called me, and I remember they allowed me to vent, they allowed me to talk, and it was all about me, and I appreciated that. But I recall when I called that person the next time, and they asked me, how you doing? I literally was like, don't worry about me. How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? How are you doing? You know, voice, right? And I gave them the platform, and they were like, oh, but you matter too. And I'm like, I matter too, but you allowed me my time, so now it's your time. You know, and I know my husband, he gets mad. You can admit, you get angry. He gets angry when I get on the phone, because when I do get on the phone, I get on the phone. If I'm going to speak to someone, especially if I haven't spoken to you for a very long time, I'm going to have a conversation with you about everything and anything that exists in this world at this moment. We're not just going to vent, but we're going to vent. We're gonna talk about politics. We're gonna talk about our joys. We're gonna just have a great conversation. You know what I mean? And we will laugh. I had a conversation with my cousin last week, and it was just she called me for 1 second, right? My super buddy. She called me for 1 second, and that 1 second turned out to be an hour, and it was amazing.
Oh, that was last Sunday.
That was last Saturday. That was last Saturday.
And Sunday, because Sunday morning.
I called her Sunday
morning.
morning, yeah.
FaceTiming for like 15 hours.
Correct. That was on Sunday.
We almost missed the podcast.
And Michael May, the other day, we text back and forth, for a whole day. But I gave her my attention. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very guilty, and I'm saying this. I'm very guilty sometimes when you text me and we could be in the middle of a conversation and it could be a deep conversation and then I go MIA. I don't do it on purpose. It is just that it's so easy to put your phone down and then engage with something else. And then it's like, oh shit, I forgot about that conversation. And I don't remember about that conversation until I'm scrolling through my phone and I'm like, oh, I never responded to this person.
I sent you that text. Oh, I didn't press send.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done
that all the time.
All the time. I do that all the time. Lower let's go back up because we do have some comments. So Eileen said Facebook would say that you have 200 plus friends, but we all know in our hearts not everyone is your friend. So what you choose to put out there is what you're allowing people to know. Not everyone will genuinely have your best interests at heart. Absolutely.
Cammy says you're her therapist.
Oh, I love you, Cammy. I'm always going to be your therapist, baby. I'm here for you all the time. You know that. Eileen said a true friend will reach out to you privately and not engage in complete conversation while on social media. Ariane said I'm the text queen, so don't ever call me. And we've become complacent to that.
Absolutely.
We've become complacent to conversation.
We don't like confrontation.
Yeah.
We don't like we don't like having uncomfortable conversations. But we can have this is the funny thing. We can have uncomfortable text message conversations that lead to so much drama. But we actually can have an uncomfortable conversation speaking. We feel so
and I think that's wrong. And I think that's wrong.
You
You know why? Because via text, people... Sometimes I have to tell Super Mega Producer, puppy, you're reading it the wrong way.
You misconstrue.
Don't read it like that.
Yeah, you can't put emotions into words.
I literally, he's like, oh, but why are you coming at me like that?
You called me recently last week because I wrote something and it was just cut and dry, and it's because I was doing 3 things at the same time.
Exactly.
And then you called me, yo, what are you talking about? And I'm like, no, don't take it literal. That's not what it was. A question, not a statement.
Oh, it was like yesterday when I said something to you yesterday and you gave me a dirty look, and I was like, why are you giving me a dirty look? And you were like, I didn't mean to give you a dirty look.
Yeah,
that was the dirtiest. I wanted to slap you. I was like,
that was the bitch in me that just came out last night. That's what
I don't even know what it. All I know, I was like, yo, dude, I didn't even say anything bad. I didn't do anything, but your look.
I never realized it.
Yo, you rolled your eyes like 3 times and shit, and you were like the biggest bitch.
I was like, biggest bitches.
I was like, holy shit.
You see how I snap.
And here's the thing too. Cammy said, I'm her therapist. And it's not about being a therapist, but I do know that there are times that people cannot go to whom they normally go to in order to get a different point of view. Because again, we all have that friend where we put on this dress that looks horrendous on us, right? In men cases, you could put on a suit, or in neutral cases, whatever you have on, and you'll go to that friend, and that friend doesn't want to fucking hurt your feelings, but that friend will be like, the dress looks beautiful. You look beautiful when you look like shit, right? So I'm going to be like, no, you look like shit. And I'm telling you look like shit because I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to tell you, obviously. I'll just be like, no.
You hurt my feelings all the time, bro.
I don't hurt your feelings.
You hurt my feelings. Doesn't she hurt? She hurts your feelings all the time too, right, Super Mega Producer?
My husband, listen, when I tell Ben, how does this look on me? He tells me, he's like, nah. Nope. Now, when it looks good, he be like, oh, muchacho.
It doesn't say how long.
It doesn't. He's like, baby, come over here. But no, at the end of the day, we can't sometimes go to who we normally go to, especially if we go to people that assume that they know us, because unfortunately, people have the tendency when you're close to them to only tell you what you want to hear, right? And they don't want to give you the hard truth. Like I will tell people, you know, if you love that person, you love that person, and forget about what everybody else is going to say.
It's your intent behind whatever it is that you're trying to tell someone.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. If you have bad intentions, it's gonna manifest that way. So it's just, you know, say what you gotta say. People who love each other genuinely and understand each other, will tell each other what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I prefer, I think it was somebody said to me something the other day, and they were like, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "Don't be sorry, because you're basically telling me the truth." I think it was you. I said, "You're telling me the truth. So why?"
I never apologized to you.
Well, and if it wasn't you, I don't know who it was. But somebody said sorry.
You forced me to apologize.
And
just
I don't force you to.
You forced
When
me
you're
to
wrong,
apologize.
I'll be like, "Say sorry."
That's all the time, bro.
But you're not wrong all the time. There are times that you're right. You're not wrong all the time. But yeah, there are times that I'm like,
That's on video right now.
apologize.
Yeah,
You're not wrong all the time. And one thing that, you're not, there's many times that people are not wrong. Do I give pushback? I do. I'm a pushback person, right? Because again, I like to look at everything, not just one thing.
Most people have tunnel vision.
Right. I look at the broad, I look at the broad picture. I don't look at the narrow picture. So I give pushback, and when I give pushback, it comes across as if I'm not agreeing with you. And it's not that I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just giving you a different perspective, and you don't like my perspective because my perspective is not up to par with your perspective.
Because that person wants to hear what they want to hear.
Well, not necessarily, but we're all entitled to our point of views, but let's agree to disagree. I don't agree with you. Don't get mad at me because I don't agree with you. Why you want me to agree with you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to lie to you. The other day, my husband said a joke. I didn't laugh. And he's like, "Why didn't you laugh?" Because it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. And he literally got upset because I didn't laugh. And I was like, he was like, it was for you to laugh.
All your jokes have to be
No,
around
he
the
made
balls,
me.
and she'll laugh.
He was like, "You weren't even listening to me." I said, "I listened to you. So then why you didn't laugh?" Because I didn't find it funny. And he really got sentimental with that. He got upset with me because I didn't laugh. And I was like, but he said, "You ignored me." No, this is what you said.
There's underlying issues. She don't listen to me. You ignore me. So he's feeling a certain way. You're not picking up on the cues.
But I literally repeated everything he said. And then he literally said, "So why didn't you laugh?" And I said, "Because it wasn't fucking funny. Like, what do you want?"
If I would have said that joke in the beginning of our relationship, she would have pissed her pants.
Now that she got you, it's like, yeah, you're not funny, bro. It's not funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
The disrespect is real, bro.
We were watching a show. We were literally watching, and he paused the show to really be like, you really didn't. And I was like, "Yo, why you paused the show?" He goes, "Because you didn't laugh."
Absolutely. He had every right. He had to call you out on that shit. You're his wife. Whatever comes out his mouth, you're supposed to laugh at. It's a joke. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
He is a funny dude. There was a night that he had me laughing the entire night. But yeah, that it was hilarious because I was like, he really he wanted me to laugh, and I wasn't gonna laugh because he wanted me to laugh. Like, he still wanted.
It wasn't even about laughing. You have to pay attention more to your husband.
But I did.
You got to pay attention more.
But
you have to
did.
Listen more acutely.
Listen.
And you don't. And you need to. And then you need to focus on it when he's speaking to you. Focus.
I'm cute.
But I did. I'm telling you, I repeated exactly word for word. Okay. I understand that. You see, when we watch our shows, he's in his space, I'm in my space, right? He's playing his little elephant game over there, and I'm doing my
It's elephants, it's dragons.
All right, it's a dragon game.
Wow. Yo, disrespectful,
it's a dragon game, right? And so he'll talk, and I'm listening to him. Wow. And I talk, and he listens to me. There's times that I'm like, "Did you hear me?" Because he's like that with his dragons, right? So I'm like, "Did you hear me?"
He pays attention to everything.
He does.
He might not be looking like he's paying attention, but he listens to everything.
And he gets upset. He gets upset with me because
that's a street thing.
There are times that people are having conversations. For example, I think one day you guys were having a conversation, and I'm there, but the conversation you two are having it. So I tune it out. And then you ask me a
Not all the
question about
time.
they're more often than not.
Muchas veces tú te
And then I
metes
get
en
asked a
tía.
question about the conversation you guys are having, and then he gets upset because I wasn't listening.
It's an A-B conversation. See your way out of it.
Right, and I do see my way out of it. So, but I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, because I should be listening to. But no, that conversation had nothing to do with
I
it.
pay attention to everything, regardless.
I pay attention to a lot of things,
and I've been
but
accused of other things because I am. But it comes from the streets. It really does. I'm always on my P's and Q's all the time. It's just innate in my, in the way I do things. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my back against. I gotta see the entrance. I gotta have my
Right.
back against the wall.
that's a man thing.
I mean, it's a gentleman thing because
Because every now and
if
then-
something happens, I can grab whoever I'm with, and I know I see it because I'm paying attention because I'm always. It's just that's the way I'm always looking. I'm always seeing. I read license plates and people's stature. That's just the way. That's just the way I've built.
I
I'm
do that,
always
but
looking.
I only do that because of Snap and Investigation ID and the First 48.
You need to stop watching all those shows because you are developing a Dexter complex. It's like, yo, really,
Listen,
really bad.
and now that I'm watching Billions, oh man,
Excellent.
oh man, I love it, I love it. So I think we're about to wrap this up a little bit earlier tonight. If anybody wants to
actually,
chime
right
in,
on time.
if anybody wants to chime in, if anybody has any comments or anything that they want to share, feel free. We are here for you. Once again, that's what I do. Back to Sasha said that's what I do. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not listening.
Listen, Linda. Listen,
I'm not-
Linda.
Yeah,
That's how that meme got created.
just because you're in a
you don't listen.
room, just because you know what, but I do have a cousin. I have a cousin that word up, she's talking to you, but her ears are like over there, and she will listen to the whole conversation. She amazes me with that.
That's a talent. That's a talent and a skill because you have to hone those skills.
Yo, there's like 20 conversations, and she's like, yeah, she's talking to me, but she's like, but listen to what they're saying, and I'm like, but what are you doing?
Presentado que son la gente entrometida.
Alex, you know who that is, right? And if Super Buddy's on Super Buddy, you know who that is as well. But yeah, but if anybody has anything to chime in tonight, we kept it low. We didn't get too crazy, I think.
No, not
Right?
today.
Yeah, we were calm.
It's not a topic that really.
You know what? I'm
You know
not.
how.
I'm not going to be here for Valentine's Day, so we're going to have to do this virtually. For Valentine's.
Where you going? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was finalized.
Oh no, but it's the day before Valentine's Day, so I won't be here. That's Sunday the 13th. I won't be.
That's news to me because I don't know. Like, you don't tell me anything. See, this
I told you why I'm going away.
I know.
It's my uncle's 86th birthday,
No shit.
and we're going to celebrate it. You can feel free to join us.
Ahora me vas a invitar.
You know that my uncle
Ahora.
loves you. You know my uncle loves you, and you can live with him too.
Yeah, I can live with him.
We can all live with
We
him.
all live with him.
It'll be a family affair. Well, no, yeah,
So next week, get
Yeah.
something nice and juicy.
yeah. Let's bring you something. I mean,
See,
again,
the thing about the topic drama, just to leave on this, we can't act because if we start continue talking about it and being more specific, it leads to drama. That's the whole point. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the drama. Like, and we don't want to go there. But
I'm
if-
just
But if
tired.
you want to bring it, bitches.
I'm just tired. Personally, myself, I want. Drama is not me.
It's exhausting.
I'm a positive person. You could come to me and you can vent and we could talk about it. But we're not going to. It's not going to elevate to that drama stage. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're going to talk about it to determine what's the best way to go about this for you, for your mental health, for your heart, for your soul. You know what I mean? And for your growth. That's my thing.
Keep
right?
that positive energy in your life, man.
Yeah,
your life will actually change. You stay in negativity, nothing really significant will change. Nothing will vibe. You won't have that cohesiveness in your life, and you feel it. Like, and people don't acknowledge it, and they just continue being in that space. And unfortunately, it's like a virus. It just spreads. Like negativity. Someone's negative, and it just kills everything.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
No, and at the end of the day, if we're gonna let go, we have to let go.
Let it go and don't bring it back.
Right. Right. Don't bring it back because
Ladies.
you know you took away our comments, so people could be commenting. Don't bring it back. Because you're gonna be like a hamster, just running around in the same circle.
On the wheel. Hamster on the wheel.
Right, but inside the cage there is a wheel that is in the shape of a circle.
That's what a wheel. That's a wheel.
Okay, so I said circle. I no entiendo. It's a circle. A circle is round.
On that note, because someone needs some food in her system, I guess, because
I do. I need some food. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I didn't eat
feed you.
before the show. I didn't eat. So.
¿Quién es la culpa de eso? Eso es tuyo.
It's my fault, and I take
Oh,
full accountability
take full
and
accountability.
full
Don't
responsibility.
bring the drama to this podcast, Mama.
No drama.
Sorry, okay?
No drama.
Okay?
I
Okay?
No drama, no negativity. It's all about that Zen space. It's all about laugh, love, laugh. Again, come to me.
Bro,
and
it's actually in order, and you
Love,
can't even...
laugh, and live.
That's not what you said.
I did.
No.
Love, laugh, and
We're
live.
gonna
I didn't
replay
finish.
it.
I didn't
Replay it,
finish. You
whatever.
didn't let me finish. You interrupted me. Stop it. But yeah, it's all about good energy, and positivity, and it's all about we could still deal with our issues, but we don't need to
Alright.
bring drama. That's not a whole life. That is selenite.
Okay. This
Get
is a
your
cleanser.
Get your.
I'm sorry that I don't know
Crystal
about rocks like you do.
It's not rocks. It's not rocks. I'm gonna tell you, it's not rocks.
No, it's not rocks. It's not rocks.
It's not
But
rocks.
always share, like, subscribe.
Thank
and
you for having my back,
follow.
Sasha.
Son,
Yeah,
no,
so
like,
share,
I
like,
share.
subscribe. If you want a topic, throw them out there. Throw them out there. Let's
DM
talk
us,
about it.
Whatever you guys need,
Yeah,
we're out
let's
there.
talk about it.
We
But-
can help. We count. If we can help, we will
Listen,
help.
we're basically two imperfect persons living imperfect lives, and we bring you.
First of all, speak for yourself. Okay. Exactly. Like, how is she speaking for either of us in the first place?
You're not perfect.
Listen, in your perspective.
You're perfectly imperfect.
I'm
How's that?
perfect for you.
You're perfect for me.
Ay,
And I'm perfect.
Sasha,
You're perfectly imperfect for me.
you need to stop.
You're perfectly imperfect
Thank
perfect
God.
for me.
Thank God we're leaving. We're
But no,
leaving.
but we
We're
love
going.
all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. And enjoy your week.
Always a pleasure. See you during the week. We'll see you next week. We'll see you in a lot of things.
Love, laugh, and live. Okay.
Wow,
Aces up.
that's
Aces up.
awesome. She got it right. I be hang. I be hang. Instagram, we love you. We love you because Instagram.